When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
For us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium.
A game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wahpetondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
With Motors in Wahpeton, we make sure that when you need a vehicle, we'll find the perfect one that matches your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive buying experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers always come first. Find your new Chevrolet or GMC today at Smith Motors. Small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Hey there. So we have
Abby Johnson with the home run just about to straight away center field.
Welcome, everyone, to Three Borders Sports Network, Friday Night Lights edition. High school football tonight. Wahpeton Huskies taking on the #1 team in the state, the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. And this will be an EDC 2AA division matchup. And we're high above Frank Burton Field. We're tonight a little cooler tonight. Good football weather. Wind blowing a little bit out of the north. It was blowing a little bit heavier today, but the wind has calmed down. I don't think it will have much effect on the game, but we'll see how the temperatures drop here as the game goes on. So as I said, we're high above Frank Burton Field. I want to welcome everyone to the pregame show pregame show is brought to you by Yield Advantage. Yield Advantage is the precision planting sales and service center in the southern Red River Valley. And I want to welcome everyone to Three Border Sports Network. And in the booth with me tonight, instead of down on the field, is Mr. Mike McCall.
Pleasure to be here.
I'm pushing the buttons tonight, so I'm trying to do two things here at once, trying to produce and do play-by-play. Normally I can just sit over there like you and do nothing, but it's all right.
Well, that's kind of what I'll do tonight.
So thanks for joining me tonight, Mike. We appreciate it. Mike's going to do the color tonight, and as usual, does a great job. So tonight we have Wahpeton at 3-3, 1-1 in the EDC, and then Red River, as I said before, undefeated on the season, number 1 in the state, and Wahpeton has received votes. And Wahpeton coming off a loss to the number 2 team in the state in West Fargo Horace, and that really was a good game. Final score was 41-21, and scored no indication of how good the game was. Late in that game, there was a face mask penalty against Wahpeton that kind of turned the tide there. Wahpeton had a big stop, was going to get the ball back, and really probably going to go down and score because they did score once they got the ball back. And I think it just turned the tide in that game. And Wahpeton ended up falling 41-21, but a good showing against the number 2 team in the state. And now they'll face the number 1 team in the state in Red River. And Mike, it's a tall task to do, but what do you think the Huskies are in for tonight?
Well, Red River is a very athletic team. And when I talked to Coach Gilbertson, that was one of the things he pointed out, that they're going to need a four-quarter effort tonight to overcome the athleticism that they have. Offensively, he said they need to win on first down to put drives together. They can't get stuck behind the chains. They need good plays on first down. Defensively, they need to force their offense to play behind the chains and keep the rushing game in check to get off the field, especially on 3rd and 4th downs. And we have seen a little bit of trouble with that over the last few weeks.
Yeah, you just have to try and play clean, smart football, take care of the football as well, and limit those penalties and see if you can keep your defense off the field and be productive when your offense is on the field as well. For Red River, the undefeated number 1 team in the state, a team that's loaded with seniors, 29 seniors on this ball club, 18 juniors. You know, what are they thinking coming here into Wahpeton, putting their undefeated season on the line?
When I talked to Coach Muir, he just basically said, no turnovers, and they need to create turnovers. They want as many possessions as possible for their team and to hold the football when they have it. The last 3 weeks, I don't think they've punted. So they're doing very well in that category. Win at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball and contain the big plays. He said Wahpeton has explosive players in Mauk, and then last week he referred to the passing game and stuff, had big plays to DeVries and stuff. So he said that they have to limit the big plays and try to contain the explosiveness of Wahpeton's offense.
Yeah, the Jackson DeVries coming off a school record 197 yards receiving against the number 2 team in the state. And just an explosive player. Wahpeton has a couple explosive players in DeVries and Mauk, and we'll have to see how they are used here tonight. As far as the 2 teams that are on the field, Wahpeton has scored 154 points on the season so far. 49 of those are in league play. And Red River has scored 238 points, 88 of those in league play. And then on the flip side, Wahpeton has given up 181 points on the season. That's a 30-point clip per game. And they've given up 55 points in the in league play, 27.5 per game. And Red River has given up 37 points on the season. That's 6.2 points per game. And in league play, only 3 points. And you can do the math on that if you want to, but only 3 points in league play. Again, only 2 games, though, in league play. 6 games in total. This will be the 7th game of the season for both teams. We did say that Red River is number 1, but Wahpeton received some votes in the latest poll.
They did. They've received in the last couple, and when we got done with when I interviewed Gilby after the game against Watford City, and he talked about the meat grinder that comes up. They went on the road the next week to Devils Lake, who was number 3 in the state at that time, and knocked them off. They've climbed back to number 3. Then we played number 2 Horace last week. We get number 1 this week. So when he talked about a meat grinder of a schedule, he knew what he was talking about. And Red River, we talked about before, they haven't had a game closer than 17 points, and that was the first game of the year. But since then, they've been outscoring their opponents by an average of 42-5.
I mean, it is a tough schedule. We talked about some of the teams that were ranked, Red River being number one. If we look at the rankings right now, Red River is number one, 6-0. They've received all 20 votes and 100 points in the poll. They've been number one for quite a while. Horace is number two at 5-1, 80 points in the poll. They stay at number two. This poll came out October 6th. Devils Lake at 4-2. They have 57 points. And they were number 5 in the last poll, so they moved back up to 3, as you said earlier. They were number 3 earlier in the season. And then Jamestown is at 3-3 and number 4. And then Valley City is number 5 at 3-3. So you have 2 teams that are in the top 5 that Wahpeton has beaten this season.
Yeah, and Valley City's in a situation right now where they may very well, they're going to have the potential opportunity to end up the 1 or the 2 seed out west this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to see how the East and the West break down. Grand Forks Red River leads the EDC, followed by Horace, then Wahpeton, Devils Lake, Fargo South, and Central. And then out west in the WDA, again, these are two-way standings. Valley City is number 1. St. Mary's is 2. Jamestown is 3. Dickinson is 4. Minot North is 5, then followed by Watford City. So it's a close matchup, especially in the West, because the top 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the West are all 3-3.
Yeah, it's going to be a toss-up out there. And right now, if you're Wahpeton, a little beat up right now, but get through this game, hopefully pull off an upset, which I think we're very capable of doing. And then, try to pick up a couple more wins and potentially could end the season as the 1, 2, or 3 seed.
Yeah, they're in business here. 3-3, sitting in a good position, 3rd in the EDC, and definitely a good performance here tonight. And it's been done before. Remember a Jamestown team that came in here highly ranked, and Wahpeton pulled off the upset. So we'll see if they can do that again here tonight. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have our starting lineups and our national anthem right here on Three Borders Sports Network. You've been listening to the pregame show brought to you by Yield Advantage. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
that means all the money that we make,
cha-ching,
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Yield Advantage is proud to support our local Twin Town teams. They'd like to remind farmers that the Yield Advantage team is ready to help you get the W next planting season. They can help get your equipment in game shape with upgrades large and small. Yield Advantage is your local precision planting premier dealer. From row cleaners to closing wheels, seed meters to liquid fertilizer systems, and everything in between. If you want to give yourself a competitive edge next season, contact Yield Advantage today.
A local insurance team ready to serve you. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, providing home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance. As residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, a proud supporter of high school athletics.
And we hope to see you at American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Brian Watson, Mike McCall bringing you tonight's action between the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders and the Wahpeton Huskies. Friday Night Lights. And in just about 20 seconds here, we're going to have our national anthem and starting lineup. Starting lineups will be brought to you by Miller & Associates, American Family Insurance, offering home, life, business, and farm insurance for your needs. And we're going to turn our microphone over to our PA announcer, Mr. Noel Eckroth, and he will have our starting lineups and national anthem. They're waiting for Red River to get back on the field. as they get lined up across the way. Huskies are already on the goal line down there in their standard position. And here we are, Mr. Noel Eckroff.
Salute the flag of our nation. Please rise, remove your cap or hat, and place your right hand over your heart and stand at attention while Wahpeton High School student Adeline Pickin sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, that's Adeline Pickin. Fantastic job as usual. Good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to tonight's East Region Gridiron Classic, featuring our guests on the scoreboard, the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, and your hometown Wahpeton Huskies. The North Dakota High School Activities Association and the Eastern Dakota Conference encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. High school athletes commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. We invite you to support our efforts. And now it's time to meet the Grand Forks Rough Rider football defensive starters. Starting at one end, number 56, Owen Hollinger. At nose guard, number 74 is J.B. Walters. One end is number 76, Jake Foss. At outside linebacker for the Rough Riders, number 2, Cameron Clefstead. Another linebacker is number 34, Ray Dushik. Another linebacker, number 25, Reed Krogstad. And at safety, number 5, Thomas Kraft. Another safety is number 15, Justin Roth. Also at safety, number 7, Logan Bierke. One cornerback is number 19, Caden Mackey. And the other corner is number 4, Carter Flom. The Rough Riders are coached by Vern Meyer. And now let's meet the Wahpeton Huskies starting offense. Starting at center for the Huskies, number 66, Owen Scovolt. At one guard is number 50, Chase Marsh. The other guard is number 57, Hunter Belke. One of the tackles for the Huskies is number 70, Landon Ralph. The other tackle is number 62, Luke Anderson. At tight end for the Huskies, number 13, Jackson DeVries. Husky wide receiving core includes number 6, Aiden Bonches. Another wide receiver, number 10, Braden Steffens. Also at wide receiver, number 21, Trayton King. The Husky running back is number 44, Trayton Mauk. And the Husky quarterback is number 9, Bjorn Kubala. The Huskies head coach is Mr. Wade Gilbertson. The officials for tonight's contest include Jeff Bugstead, Tim Steinhaus, David Thompson, Kelly McNary, and Cody Thompson. They have been chosen for their expertise, and they are registered with the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Coming up next, the kickoff.
And there you have it, our starting lineups brought to you by Miller & Associates, offering home, life, business, and family insurance for your needs. Noel Eckroff, one of the best in the business. How about Adeline Pickin?
Coach. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Gets better every time you hear it, and I think we might be listening to a future star at some point.
Get goosebumps when I listen to her sing that song.
She can really do it. All right, so here we go. The Rough Riders will kick off to the Huskies. Our kickoff is brought to you by Tyler Farm Supply, your short-line farm equipment dealer since 1985, located in Tyler, North Dakota. So it looks like number 46, I believe, is going to be kicking off for the Rough Riders. And, number 45, that's Jesse Baker. Mauk and DeVries deep. I doubt that they'll kick it to him, and they don't. They kick it short, and it'll go out of bounds. Definitely want to keep the ball away from Mauk and DeVries back there, not give them any opportunity. So the Huskies will take over on the short kick right about the 38-yard line, they're going to call it.
Just a little pooch kick. Braden Steffens comes up, catches it, gets out of bounds, and good field position to start for the Huskies.
So the Huskies will start here, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And they will not huddle. And it's very rare that the Huskies do huddle. Plays are called in from the sideline. They'll go out of the shotgun, which you'll see all night long. You have 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom, with Mauk in the backfield with Kubala. Kubala takes the snap, gives it to Mauk off the right side, and he's stopped right there by a handful of Rough Riders. He'll pick up about 1 yard.
Jake Foss was the first one there to make contact, just up the middle, got a couple yards.
So here we go again, same formation. This time Mauk on the left side of Kubala, still in the shotgun. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Little fake there, and they'll give it to Mauk on the delay, and he'll pick up a couple more yards this time. And a good run right up the middle, and going to make it 3rd and manageable here early in this game.
Just a little delay counter back to the right side, and picked up some nice yards. Very short, 3rd and very manageable here.
So here we go, stay in the same formation here. Tight end off the line this time. They'll give it to Mauk again, dances around, and really nowhere to go there as the Riders were in the backfield early. And Mauk goes down with just about no gain.
Well, Red River brought the blitz on that one, brought the linebackers up, and were able to get penetration and kind of slow it down. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and Huskies going to go for it here early.
Going to go for it here early against the number 1 team in the state. Red River 6-0 coming into this game. Only giving up 3 points in the EDC. They'll give it to Mauk again. This time he breaks through the hole, gets right at the line of scrimmage, and break past another one to pick up extra yards. And good second effort. The ball did come out at the end of the play, but I think he was down.
It was after he hit the ground, and just the way he keeps his legs churning and moving, just the determination and drive he has. Big play there for the Huskies early in this game.
Just keep those legs churning and keep your momentum going. Trayton Mount doing all the work here early in this one. So we'll stay in the shotgun. Now we'll bring 3 to the bottom. Malk on the left side this time. Now drop back to pass. Rolls to his left. Got some pressure coming and just kind of floats that one down the line. Really just trying to get away from that one. Number 74 and number 58 back there provide the pressure.
J.B. Waters brought the pressure. Son of former Husky Darren Walters brought the pressure up the middle and was able to flush him out of the pocket. Second and long. These are the situations the Huskies really didn't want to get into, but 2nd and 10, see what we can do.
You don't have to get it all back on this one.
Nope.
Try and get the majority of it, then make it 3rd and manageable. Going 4 wide again. Malk in the backfield. Kubala waits for the snap. Takes the snap. This time he gives it Malk again up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 7 yards, 6 or 7 yards there, and he's going to be 3rd and manageable now.
Just a little delay in the backfield and just enough to find the seam and hit it hard, and he goes from 0 to full speed and really quick.
Trayton can really get the wheels moving fast, and he's got a nice jump cut also to evade tacklers. So out of the shotgun again, you'll see this formation most of the night. Malk on the right side this time. And they'll give it to him again with another little delay, and this time he'll get close to the first down mark. He'll get pushed back there at the end. It'll depend on where the spot is.
Looks like they only gave him about 1.5 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and about a long 3, maybe 4.
They did move it up just a little bit there, maybe another half yard, but still going to be 4th and a long couple of yards here, 4th and 3. So in the shotgun again, and put a man in motion. And they'll fake to Malk and then throw that ball. And a nice fake and throw, and that's to Jackson DeVries, and they'll pick up the first down.
Red River brought the blitz right away, and Jackson just hit that spot where the backer left, and they were able to hit it.
So well-executed play there on 4th down. The Huskies pick up another first down here. That's their 2nd first down. Sorry, their 3rd first down here. Stay in the shotgun. Drop back to pass, straight drop back. A little pressure, flushed out to the right. Looking down, and going to have to throw that one away. Rough Riders do a good job in the defensive backfield, and no receivers, nowhere to go with that ball. And Kubala doing a good job of throwing that one away.
Well, J.B. Waters got pressure right up the middle right away. I didn't see who the linebacker was on the outside that closed it down and forced him to throw it away. But thought he might have had corner of the end zone right away, but he just couldn't see it.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 now. We'll get everyone lined back up and shift over to the hash mark. Huskies stay in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers this time. There's a snap, give it to Malk, and there's a crowd in the middle and nowhere for Malk to go, and he'll be pushed back, and he might lose a couple on that carry, Coach.
J.B. Waters there again, just right in the middle of that defense, and he's getting some good push up front, and that time we just he went the direction the runner was going and ran right into him. Got back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
So he got back to the line of scrimmage, so now we'll be 3rd and 10, just outside the 20-yard line, just outside the Amanda Frederick red zone. DeVries in motion. Back to pass, looks to his right. He's got Malk in the flat and just overthrows him. Had Malk open in the flat, but the defender was coming hard, so I don't know if he would have gotten much out of that one.
I don't know that he would either, and he might have lost a yard or two. But big 4th down here.
So now 4th and 10, not able to pick up any yards on that third down play. So now you're stuck with 4th and long.
Look for Grand Forks to bring some pressure here.
Huskies stay in the shotgun. And here comes the backer right up the middle on the blitz, and he's got a receiver in the end zone and overthrew him. I don't know if there's miscommunication there. The receiver was cutting in on the post, and he threw that more towards the corner. And there was some pressure coming up the middle, so he had to get rid of it in a hurry.
I think he just sailed it. If it's down a little bit, I think he's got him. I think it just sailed a little bit on him. But you know what? Not a bad first possession for the Huskies. They picked up 3 first downs. They know they can move the ball on them, and just need to see if we can get a stop here.
I mean, now it is one thing that we do know about the Huskies is that they can move the ball. They can put points on the board. They have an explosive offensive set. It's just going to be a matter now if they can get their defense working here. So Red River will take over on downs here, just about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. And Pierce Park's in the backfield. He'll pitch it out to the left side, and that's going to be a big gain on first down. And that's Thomas Kraft on the carry.
Well, it looked like Omar had a shot at him right away at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to sidestep it. And looked like it might have been either Doctor or Brushert on the tackle.
So it's an 8-yard gain on the first play of the game for Red River. And they'll stay in the shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top, with Kraft in the backfield again. And they'll hand it off again and right up the middle, and he's going to get the first down. I think that's Kraft again. So Kraft will pick up the first down, the chains will move, and the Rough Riders having no problem here early moving the football. So Malk in there on the tackle. So Rough Riders again, two similar offenses here between the Huskies and the Rough Riders. Both teams in shotgun. Parks waiting for the snap. Kraft to his right. And Parks will drop back to pass. And he's going to throw underneath, and I think that might have been Kraft who slipped out of the backfield.
And we do have a flag here. I think we're going to have a hold on the Rough Riders.
So this will be our first penalty of the game, and it is a holding call, and it is against Red River. So Red River will get moved back here. It will remain second down.
Well, it looked like I think Landon Ralph was getting a little pressure, and I think he's the one that got grabbed and pulled on that.
So first penalty of the game, be a hold on Red River. They'll get moved back, and that's going to bring up 1st and 20.
And this is where, as a defense, you really got to settle in here and try and limit the yards here on first down, and try and really keep them behind the sticks.
So the Riders go 4 wide receivers, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. They will pitch to Kraft, and Kraft trying to get outside, trying to turn the corner. He's got some room out there and picks up a couple extra yards as he does get around the corner before he's pushed out of bounds by, I think that's Braden Steffens, maybe?
Evan Doctor.
Evan Doctor over there, number 19.
Was it 16 or 19? It was either Doctor or it was Brushert.
Brushert on the push out of bounds there.
That crowd, he's got extremely good acceleration, and he just kind of ran around that end.
So good speed by Kraft to get around the outside. He's going to bring it to 2nd and about 11 after the penalty. And Parks moving to his left, looking for a receiver out there, and good defense by the Huskies.
Good coverage by Omar over there. He just overthrew him. Not a lot of pressure from the Huskies. It looked like they only had the 3-man rush. So 3rd and long here, see if we can get a stop and get off the field.
So here we go again now. The Huskies have the Riders in 3rd and long, and this is where your defense needs to come up big and see if you can get a stop. And get the Riders offense off the field and let them know that you mean business here.
And this was one of our keys to the game, getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down. See if the Huskies can do it here.
So 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. They'll stay in the shotgun. And Parks will drop back to pass, looking down the field, flushed out now, looking to run. And right from behind there, a nice stop. And I think that's going to be Brushard again, coming from behind.
He had Brusher and Malk closing in on him, so it's going to bring up 4th and about 5. It'll be interesting to see what Red River does here.
Now here you are, number 1 team on the state, on the road.
The players are lobbying to go for it, so we'll see.
So it's going to be 4th and 5.
And they're going for it. Big down here for the Husky D.
Husky D needs to come up big here. 4:29 to go here in the first quarter. First possession for the Rough Riders. And Parks in the shotgun again. Kraft at his left.
Look for that little quick pitch.
2 receivers at the top. Kraft slips out of the backfield. Parks rolling to his left, looking downfield. And he has a man open. That's overthrown. And Omar Martinez is there again with good coverage. And the Huskies get the Riders off the field on downs.
I think if he had that to do it again, he probably would have tucked it and tried to ran it. I think he could have had a shot at getting it.
I think he could have got it. He was being pressured and just didn't have time to really set and throw that ball. And that's 2 high throws by Parks.
And just an update for you. With 8:36 to go in the first quarter, Breck is up 10-0.
Breckenridge taking on Wadena Deer Creek. That game on our YouTube page. Joe Schreiner with the call. So here we go, the second possession for the Huskies. They'll stay in the shotgun with 3 at the top. This time they'll give it to Malk. Again, another delayed handoff, and Malk able to pick up about 5 yards on the carry.
Just a little counter back this way. Pulled the lineman, came across, and I'm having a hard time seeing those red numbers. I really am.
We give Joe Schreiner a hard time. It's dark down on the field. The field, it's lighted, but it is dark down there, and we are high above Frankfurten Field. And we'll do the best to get the numbers right for you. So the Huskies stay in shotgun. This time Malk on the left. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. And they'll just hand it off to Malk again. If it's working, you just keep going to it, and Malk will get close to the first down marker.
Well, that was a little interesting play. They false pulled the guard this way, and Malk kind of filled right where he left. So I don't know if he just saw the hole there and took it, or if it's a design. But you're in a perfect position you want to be in. 3rd and short. Look for Red River to bring pressure here.
So here we go, 3rd and 1. With the bunch formation at the top, 1 receiver at the bottom, Malk on the left side. And they'll give it to Malk again. He's met in the backfield, and he scampers outside and trying to get away and still running. Now running back the other direction, now cutting up the middle and then tripped up, but he's going to pick up the first down.
What an athletic play.
And that's just Trayton Malk doing it all on his own. He took the handoff in the backfield and then was met, scampered all the way outside, got all the way almost to the numbers on the outside top of the screen, and then came back to the middle and picked up the first down.
I didn't see the number that made the shoelace tackle, but that might have saved a touchdown.
If he's not tripped up there, he may get all the way in. So we're at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Stay in the shotgun formation with Malk on the left. They'll fake to Malk and then go to DeVries. And that's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards.
That was actually to Trey King.
Oh, that's actually Trey King down there. Yeah, number 21.
Trey King is filling in for Jack Gilbertson.
For Jack Gilbertson, who's injured.
That's a big catch for a freshman coming into your first start as a game.
He's a big target, too. So you've got King at the bottom in the slot, and they'll give it to Malk again, and then right there, Riders are in the backfield again, and that is number 76.
That's Jake Foss. He came through. Big loss there for the Huskies, but still sitting at about 3rd and 7, long 6. 2 downs to get it.
So we'll see what they dial up here on 3rd down. Had a nice second and manageable, and took the loss there. So it'll be 3rd and 6, they call it. 2 receivers at the top. Malk still in the backfield. Kubala waits for the snap. And they'll put the ball in the air here. He'll roll to his left. He had Malk open early. Now he just flings it down the field. He threw that ball up for grabs, and I think that's Trayton Malk.
That's
right
Trayton
at the
Malk
goal
with the
line.
catch. He's about a half yard short. What an athletic, unbelievable play by Trey Malk. He went up and got that and kept his foot down.
I think he was the initial receiver. They just wanted to go short, and then pressure came. Kubala ran towards the sideline and just threw it up for grabs, and Trayton Malk, using those leaping abilities, basketball skills, goes up and brings it down at the half-yard line.
Well, he was the only one that was – he put that in a place anyway where he's the only one that had an opportunity to get it. So give Bjorn some credit on that. He put that ball where it had to be.
Toward the sideline, a big play here for the Huskies, now threatening to score, be 1st and goal for the Huskies. Tight formation. They'll give it to Malk. He'll go up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage, and then push back, and I don't think he got in.
Nope.
So we'll see where they mark that. I think they're going to
on the 1.
Mark it at the 1 yard line.
Or just inside the 1.
Might have been a loss of a half yard. They were on the half-yard line there. So the Huskies threatening to go on top here. 2nd and goal, facing the number 1 team in the state, the undefeated Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. Kubala waits for the snap, drop back to pass, look to his right, a little fade pattern out there to Steffens, and that one is too long.
Oh, that was a great catch. Good concentration. He was just out the back of the end zone.
So that was Braden Steffens on the reception, but just maybe a half step outside the boundary line. And I don't know, Coach, maybe you go back to something like that again if he's out there one-on-one. Got a lot of room on that right side being on the left hash here.
I don't disagree. That's a lot of beef they have up front right there. I mean, Red River has a ton of big kids right there.
So tight formation, still shotgun. They'll give it to Malk.
That's touchdown.
Second effort there, and I think he got in. And Trayton Malk puts the Huskies on the board first with a 1 yard touchdown run. So how about that? The Wahpeton Huskies jump out on top of the number 1 team in the state as a big play. Got them down there. Kubala to Malk, and then Malk takes it in for the score.
And this might be the first time they've been behind all year. So we'll see how they respond to that.
And the extra point is up and good. And the Wahpeton Huskies lead the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders 7-0 as we end the first quarter of play. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have second quarter action here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941.
20 years of experience, Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pediatrics and pregnancy, seeing children of all ages daily. Start your pregnancy out right with a correcting postural adjustment to help with daily activities and also give you a better night's sleep. Continued chiropractic care throughout your pregnancy can potentially help for an easier labor and delivery of your new little one. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic today at 701-672-1300 for an appointment, or request an appointment online at hornsteinfamilychiropractic.com. Dr. Andrea Hornstein, helping your family grow up healthy.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. And we are going to start second quarter action here as the Huskies score to end the first quarter. And we'll get a little short kick. That ball went off a Red River player, and the Huskies trying to dive in there and take that. And the Riders come up with it as number 6, comes up with it.
That was ability.
I'm going to go with that. That's why you're here.
But got a nice bounce off the hands and almost got a recovery there.
So the Huskies go down and score on their second possession. They take the lead here. It's the first time this season that we believe Grand Forks has been behind. Again, they've only given up 3 points in league play in the first 2 league games and only 37 points on the season. So the Huskies, we know they can put points on the board, but where they've got to get productions on the defensive side, they did a good job on the Riders' first possession. And now here to start the second quarter, the Huskies defense is going to have to go to work again. So they get everything straightened out, get the players lined up again, and here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Rough Riders. Parks in the backfield waiting for the shotgun snap. Kraft, he hands it off to Kraft. Kraft up the middle again, tries to slip through, gets past and gets a couple extra yards after the initial contact.
Going to get about 6 or 7 yards on that. Just nice patience, waiting for the hole to develop, and then bursting through the hole.
I think Landon Nordic in there on the tackle.
He was the first one there.
So here we go, 2nd down, 2nd and 4. At the ball on the 45-yard line, just ahead of the 45-yard line. Parks waits for the snap. Bunch formation at the bottom. And they'll hand it off to Kraft again. And as soon as Kraft gets the ball, he puts on the Jets, and he'll pick up the first down.
They nice push up front by the Rough Riders on that play. Got a good push on the offense or on the defensive line.
So to start the second quarter here, getting a heavy dose of Thomas Kraft. Kraft picking up the first down. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Parks waits for the snap. Kraft at his left side this time. 2 receivers at the bottom. They'll give it to Kraft again. He'll cut back, trying to cut to the outside. Got a little bit of hole out here, and he'll get worked out of bounds at about the 24-yard line, 25-yard line.
He made a nice bounce to the outside, and then he kind of did a jump cut. Looked like Omar was going to have a shot at him, but he was able to get around him and pick up another Rough Rider first down.
So no room in the middle of the field there, and he just decides to bounce outside, and Kraft picks up the first down. So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And I think it's going to be more of the same. They give it to Kraft. He goes outside, able to get by the initial defender and all the way to the outside before he's brought down and pushed out of bounds right at the sticks.
That looked like DeVries had a shot at him right at the line of scrimmage, but it's just an ISO play they're running with that wing, and then when he's seeing the outside open, he's just bouncing it. So this is going to be close. Second and short.
I think you're going to get the same looking play here. The Huskies have failed to stop it here.
I think it's going to be the same play coming right back this way.
So 2nd and 1. Parks waiting with Kraft in the backfield.
There it is.
And this time they fake it, a little play action. They get it outside, and they pick up Carter Flom out there. So Flom with the reception. He will work his way for the first down.
Fooled me on that one.
Well, I mean, that's when you take the opportunity to make that play. A little play action there on 3rd and short, and they pick up the first down.
But again, the Huskies look like they're in good position to make that play, just didn't make it soon enough.
There's been a couple opportunities for the Huskies to get some tackles for loss or make an initial hit and bring the runner down, and just haven't been able to do it here. So here we go, 1st and 10 now from the 12-yard line. Parks waits for the snap, gives to Kraft. He'll go off the right side now, cut back up the middle or back towards the inside. Still going, still on his feet, and finally brought down by a bunch of Huskies there.
Once again, carrying for the Riders, number 5, Thomas Kraft.
See number 79 getting off the pile there. Garrett Schwartz. Omar Martinez was in there as well. Evan Doctor also in there.
Again, we're missing some opportunities right at the line of scrimmage.
So the Riders are inside the red zone, the Amanda Frederick State Farm Insurance red zone. Hand to Kraft again. He'll go up the middle and get down around the 5-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, 9:07 to go, clock running.
Each team has a running back that you just don't know what's going to happen when they touch the ball.
Right, and it's been all Kraft here on this possession. They had the one pass out to Flom, but Kraft has done the majority of the work here on the second possession by the Rough Riders. Huskies defense trying to come up big here, get a stop there. Already were able to go down and score and take the lead, trying to keep the Riders out of the end zone. Parks waits for the snap, gives it to Kraft. He'll go up the middle and a little push there, and I think he got close to the goal line.
No, he's about 2 yards short of a first down, so it's 4th and 2. It's a big down for the Huskies here.
So it's going to be 4th and short.
About 4th and 2.
So here
that time the D-line got a good solid hold and allowed the linebackers to fill.
Here we go, 4th and 2. Got to watch play action. Here they go, tight formation. Parks waiting for the snap in the shotgun. And it's going to be Kraft right up the middle. Dives up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know, they're saying he got in.
I think he's going to be a little short, but it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 1.
So no signal of a touchdown, but the line judge has it. They call him short, coach. Wait a minute.
Wait.
No, they gave him the first down. He has to have the first down. Line judge is standing right in front of the sticks there.
Because he's right at the goal line. The ball's right at the goal line.
They're going to measure.
From up here, it doesn't look close, coach.
Of
course, I'm old and my eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
Are they going to measure? They're going to give it to him. There's a flag.
Sideline warning on Wahpeton.
Wow. Who's out of the box there?
That's Coach Gilbertson.
So they're having a discussion with the white hat down there.
Well, they still haven't signaled anything. They haven't signaled they're measuring. They haven't signaled first down. They haven't signaled anything. And I think the coaches are just trying to get an explanation of what's going on.
The line judge on the far side was standing from up here. It looks like he's standing in front of the marker, but he could be right on the marker.
But if you look where the ball is compared to the yellow, that's a half a yard, isn't it?
If you look at the ball is right at the goal line.
And the chains look like it's about 1.5 yards, 2 yards from the goal line.
Right. And the sticks have not moved. The down marker is still on 4.
But I think I think they were trying to get an explanation of what's going on. Well, it's just a sideline warning. It's not unsportsmanlike. So
there's no yardage on the penalty. It's a warning. And they still haven't moved the sticks. And I'm waiting for them to drop the sticks and change the down marker, and there they go. They drop the sticks, and they'll change the down marker to 1, and now it'll be 1st and goal for the Rough Riders. They'll stay in the shotgun in a tight formation with Kraft to Parks left. They put a man in motion, and they snap it to him right. The man came in motion, they snap it to him.
Now, my question would be, was he set for a second when he got under center?
Right, and I can't see who got that snap. So that touchdown was by number 34, Ray Dushik. So, and like you said, Coach, I was wondering if he was set. So with 7:32 to go in the second, the Riders score on a 1-yard run by Ray Dushik, and the kick hit the upright.
No good.
And is no good. So it's 7:31 to go in the second quarter. The score is Wahpeton 7, the Riders 6. We'll be back after a short break right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Welcome back to Frank Burton Field, Three Borders Sports Network, Friday Night Lights, Huskies and the Rough Riders. And the Rough Riders with a little squib kick of their own, and Huskies failed to get on it. I'm not sure if they did.
They got it. They did get it.
That ball bouncing around at the top of the screen there.
We got very lucky. I believe that is, got to wait. Is it? I think it was a brush shirt or, nope, that's Doctor that got it.
So Evan Doctor over there to pick up the bouncing onside kick. And now the Huskies will take over here with 7:25 to go in the second quarter, ahead 7-6, leading the #1 team in the state and in decent field position here. So they'll go trips at the bottom, stay in the shotgun. Malk on the left side of Kubala here, waiting for the snap. They'll give it to Malk. He'll scamper outside after being pressured, and then he's brought down right away.
That's J.B. Walters. He's just getting pressure up the middle.
J.B. Walters in there, almost taking the handoff himself.
If I'm not mistaken, he might be an NDSU commit.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. All right, so after the loss, it'll be 2nd and 17. And the Riders' defense coming up with a big play there on first down. Kubala will take a quick out here at the bottom of the screen. And that pass is complete to Steffens, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And it looked like must be number 18. I thought it was 16. Rogers on the tackle, maybe?
So Steffens stays at the bottom of the screen, 3 receivers at the top. Kubala waiting on the snap, Malk to his left, and he drops back to pass again, looking for Steffens, throws right away. That's a back shoulder throw and a great catch by Braden Steffens right at the 30, right about at the, just short of the 30-yard line, they're going to call.
About the 33-yard line. Just a great back shoulder throw. I think Rogers was there on the coverage again, but just a great throw and catch.
That was all timing there. Kubala drops back and lets that thing go before Steffens even turns around. Steffens turns, makes the catch, and picks up the first down. We talked about the Huskies and their big play ability, and we didn't talk about Braden Steffens, but he certainly has that big play ability, and he shows it there. This time they'll give it to Malk again. Malk dancing around and nowhere to go. Gets back near the line of scrimmage. And the passing attack of the Huskies has been effective, Coach.
It has been. They've had some very nice plays, and just to loosen things up a little bit and hopefully get the running game going again. And to the Red River people, I apologize. I believe that's 19 Mackey. Again, hard to see those numbers from up here.
So here we go. They'll go 4 wide, 2 and 2. Malk on the right side this time. And they'll give it to Malk again. Malk able to make his way up towards the middle. And a nice gain there on second down. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 or 3.
What patience by Malk there. When Coach Ringdahl was here, he called that drive in the caddy. He just put his hand on Belkey's back, and he followed him right up the hole, and he just stayed right on his back. So very manageable 3rd down here for the Huskies.
And it is 3rd and 2 at the 25-yard line. Kubala waiting for the snap. And that ball bobbled. And I think it's picked up by Mauk. But Kubala never really got the ball. It was going to be a handoff.
Well, I don't know if it was a handoff. He was looking upfield. I don't know. I kind of think it was going to be a play-action pass, and he kind of took his eyes off the ball.
Kubala never went after the ball after he got on the ground.
So big 4th down here for the Huskies.
So you were in 3rd and short. Now you're 4th and 5. 2 receivers at the bottom. And they'll fake it to Mauk. And he's got a receiver wide open, and he just overthrew him.
And that's a tough throw to start with. You're throwing across your body, but that's where you just got to kind of settle in, just get your feet set and throw the ball.
And he had Jackson DeVries, and just a tough throw to make. Had a little bit of pressure, but DeVries was wide open there.
And there was a lot of running room.
A lot of running room, and we've seen him be able to take a ball like that and take it to the house.
You know, and I can't express enough. You know what? There's nobody that feels worse on that throw than Bjorn. And again, you're throwing across your body. That's a tough throw to make to start with.
Yeah, I think on camera it looks like it should be an easy play, but like you say, running to your left and then trying to set your feet and throw for a right-hander is tough to do.
With somebody chasing you.
With somebody chasing you down. And similar to the throw that Parks tried to make earlier in the game for Red River, he overthrew his receiver as well. So Riders take over on downs, and they'll go back to Kraft, who's been pretty crafty here in the second quarter. And he'll pick up 5 yards or so.
And that one, I didn't see who the D lineman was there. Was that Anderson or that's Belkey? I think met him at the line of scrimmage, but the big old lineman just kind of pushed him ahead. But coming off the field, it was great to see. You know, 2 of the coaches went straight to Bjorn and told him everything was okay, and it's going to be okay. We're going to have lots of opportunities.
He's going to get more opportunities, and I think he's going to be able to execute if called upon. So here we go. They'll stay in the shotgun. Again, these offenses look a lot alike, and they'll give it to Kraft, and he'll go off the right side. And now they're trying to push and keep the runner on his feet.
The yards after contact. I mean, we're making contact with him now at the line of scrimmage. He's not getting the full run that he was. But we just got to hit him a little lower and bring him to the ground.
That carry was number 33, Noah Brandvold for the Rough Riders.
And that actually was Noah Brandvold on that carry and not Kraft.
At their own 40-yard line.
So that was Brandvold off the right side. They pick up the first down. So Parks waits for the snap, drops back, looking to his right, signs the receiver. And that ball almost picked off by Trayton Mauk.
Trey read it perfectly. He was floating out in his coverage. Just couldn't. He got one hand on it, and he just couldn't bring it in. Great job by Trey out there. And
good defense by the Huskies, and just a fingernail away from a pick six there for Trayton Mauk.
And if he gets that, and that might have been what he was looking at, but if he gets that, that's 6 points.
So the last 2 snaps here, Kraft has not been in the backfield. It's been Brandvold.
I believe it's Brandvold again.
And I think Brandvold is back there again. And they stay in the shotgun, and they hand a fake handoff there, and then they pitch it to the outside, and the Huskies cover.
3rd and 10.
So it'll be 3rd and long here.
But nice job by Jake Doctor and Jake Omar and Steffens out there. Maybe could have had him for a loss, but forced him to go wide, and were able to come in and finish it. Big down here for the Husky defense.
So 2:51 to go in the second. 3rd and 10. Huskies looking for a big stop here on 3rd down. And I think Kraft back in the backfield there with Parks. 3 receivers at the top. And that's Brandvold, and he comes out of the backfield, just a wide open throw there, an easy throw for Parks.
Well, that's Huskies brought the blitz off that outside corner, off that outside edge, and the running back just replaced where the blitz came from. Something similar to the Huskies did earlier, and was able to pick up a big play out of it.
So the Riders go to the left side where the pressure came from, and Noah Brandvold picks up the first down off the throw from Parks. So it'll be 1st and 10 now at the 42-yard line of the Huskies. And I don't know if Kraft is injured. I didn't see him go off the field, but Brandvold been back there the last couple of carries, and this time the Huskies are able to drop the runner for a loss on a little shovel pass.
Is that Jake Doc or is that Matt Doc? It's one of the doctors. Evan.
I can't see who that shuffle pass was to.
Was Evan Doctor in with the penetration on the blitz and making the play in the backfield.
So the Huskies return the favor after the Riders were able to drop the Huskies for a loss. So now we'll bring up 2nd and long here, 2nd and 15. Huskies need another big play here on defense. Parks in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. Play action across the middle. That ball tipped. And that'll fall incomplete.
I believe that was Brusher. Got his hand on it and tipped it. Another big 3rd down here for the Huskies.
The secondary for the Huskies has done a good job so far here in the first half. The Riders have been effective hitting receivers out of the backfield. But there's been some close calls for the Huskies defense, close to getting interceptions.
Now would be an opportune time to get one.
So Parks in the backfield, waiting for the shotgun snap. Bunch at the bottom of the screen. 10 on the play clock. 1:40 to go, 2nd quarter. Huskies lead 7-6. Parks, play action across the middle, and the receiver's open and still on his feet and finally knocked out of bounds. And that is number 2, Cameron Clefstead, on the reception across the middle.
Well, Peterson ended up running him out of bounds. I think he kind of bounced off of Steffens over there, but Trey was in good position right away, but he was able to get a step in front of him. And minute and a half here, Huskies just got to battle, keep him out of the end zone.
Got to try and keep him out of the end zone. Rough Riders do get the ball and start the second half. We'll stay in the shotgun with 2 receivers at the top. And they'll give it to the back, and he cuts up the middle and then finally brought down. I think that's number 9. Oh, that's Kraft. Sorry, Kraft is back in there, and that's Kraft with a big gain right up the middle to pick up the first down.
And got all the way to the safety. But that was just a counter play and was able to hit the hole.
And I don't know if Kraft just needed a breather or if he was injured, but he's back in there, and he came right back in and made its presence known. So same formation here, out of the shotgun. Kraft to Parks' right. They'll play action to Kraft and out to the right side. And that's number 3, Carter Flom out there. I thought I saw a flag.
No, timeout.
Timeout, sorry. Timeout call taken.
DeVries on the tackle on that one.
With 52 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Huskies lead 7-6 over the number 1 Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the completion of our first half.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
At Interstate Engineering, our business.
Well, welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Brian Watson, Mike McCall bringing tonight's action, and we have a good one so far, Coach.
Very good. Defensive battle, and the Huskies have had some great opportunities to get off the field, but hopefully 52 seconds here left, we can get a stand and keep them out of the end zone.
Going to be 2nd and 2 from the 3-yard line. And the Huskies had a couple of opportunities to maybe force a turnover. Had one go off of the fingertips of Trayton Mount. And 4 bunched at the top of the screen. Parks waiting for the snap with an empty backfield. And he's going to look and throw right across the middle, and that ball will fall on the ground. And he was trying to hit number 2, Cameron Clefstead, one-on-one, and just kind of cut to the inside there and just tried to throw it over the top.
Now with Steffens on the defense, nice job there keeping between the two. So big third down here.
And I don't know how long you're gonna kind of dink around here down the goal line without giving the ball to Kraft again.
Well, I think
and Kraft
looking at the formation,
backfield.
I think they're gonna come with Kraft. It's either gonna be Kraft off the right side or play action here.
So tight formation, still in the gun. Kraft to the left. And they give it to him, and he's going to work his way up the middle, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the score. So with 41 seconds to go in the first half, Thomas Kraft takes it in from 2 yards. So Kraft had been out of the game and then comes back in, picks up the big gain for the first down, and then finally takes it in from 2 yards out. And they're going to go for 2 here. They'll stay in the same formation with Kraft to the left of Parks, and they'll play action, and Parks will roll to his left, and I don't think he's going to have anywhere to go. He tries a little jump pass there, and that's incomplete. I think the receiver was
on the line when he caught the ball.
Right on the line, so that conversion is no good, and that will bring our score to 7 for the Huskies and 12 for the Rough Riders. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the last seconds of the first half.
We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Frankfurt Field. Huskies football taking on the Grand Forks Rough Riders. Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders.
Be interesting to see what they do here.
So a squib kick down the middle this time. The Huskies will get a chance to return it. And they'll come up the middle and finally brought down. And that was Jackson DeVries bringing the ball up on the kickoff. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 25-yard line. And the Huskies will have just 36 seconds to see if they can get something done here just before the end of half.
I don't know. I think you kind of see what happens here on first down. You got 3 timeouts. So if they can hit a quick pass and get a decent gain, then maybe you take that timeout and look to do a little more.
So out of the shotgun, Kubala waiting with Malk on his left, and they'll give it to Malk. He'll go up the middle, and look out. If he gets past one more, he'll go all the way. He finally brought down just over midfield at about the 45-yard line of the Rough Riders, and trade Malk right up the middle like a missile, Coach.
Well,
finally brought down by Kraft there. The Huskies will take a timeout.
You go from your 20 whatever to the 46 on the other side.
And we will keep it here for this timeout. This timeout brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue in downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. So there you go, Coach. They get the play that they want. You just want to hand it to Malk, see what he does. He takes it across midfield. Now, with 29 seconds to go, you might be in business here before the end of the half.
Your whole playbook's open. You got 2 timeouts left. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no pressure on us. We're playing the number 1 team in the state, and I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with our kids. They've left it all on the field.
It's been a good football game.
It has been.
I think a lot of people, when they looked at this matchup, Grand Forks being undefeated, I thought they, with the number of points that Wap's given up, they thought that it might be a little lopsided. But here to start this thing, the Huskies are battling. And here they are with 29 seconds to go in the half. They'll be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Malk in the backfield, 3 receivers at the bottom, and they'll give it to Malk again. He's bumped as soon as he gets it and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. And they'll take their second time out here.
He was a kind of a shoelace there from making that a bigger play than it was.
And this will be another Carlson Family Insurance timeout. We'll keep it here. Coach, you got a couple scores over there? You got an update from Breck?
I do. Breck is currently up 32 to nothing with 1:50 left in the first half.
So the Cowboys doing damage over there.
And within AA here, West Fargo Horace leads Devils Lake 42 to nothing.
That's a score.
That is a final. That is a final.
Really?
With 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, South is up on Central 24 to 18.
So a battle of the bottom there between South and Central. Both teams looking for their first win.
At halftime, Jamestown's up 7-0 on St. Mary's. At halftime, Valley City's up 20-6 on Watford City. And with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, Minot's up 21-7 on Dickinson.
Wow. So the Cowboys getting it done on the east side of the river. The Huskies battling here. And that loss by Devils Lake, that helps the Huskies out a little bit. Be nice if they could pull one out here. So 2nd and 10, 24 seconds to go in the half. They'll stay in the shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom. Kubala waits, drops back, looks to his right, has Steffens down here, and that one bounced just off of Steffens, and there is a flag.
The D-back never turned his head, never looked for the ball, had his hand on him. That's pass interference all day long.
And Steffens just couldn't get turned around so he could get his hands up.
But in high school football,
it's only
that's going to be a flag all day.
Yep. So there'll be 18 seconds to go. They'll mark off the penalty. They don't get the benefit of the NFL taking it at the spot of the foul.
It'll be about the 31 or 32-yard line, 31-yard line.
So first down, you still have enough time for, if you want to take 2 shots at the end zone, you got enough time for 2 plays.
Well, and you have a timeout yet, too,
and
so you don't have to hit the end zone.
Go something short out here.
Breck is up 32-0 at half.
So the Cowboys lead at halftime. And the Huskies trying to take the lead here before halftime. 18 seconds to go. Kubala waits for the snap out of the gun. He drops back, looks to his right, now pulls it up, and now he's just going to throw that one away. And I think a good decision with the pressure.
Yep. Because now you're sitting at you're sitting 2nd and 10. There's still 13 seconds. You still have a timeout. So everything is still on the table here. And you know what? A draw play might not be dumb here either.
Just thinking the same thing. A little draw play with Trade Malk might not be so bad. The counters worked, the little delayed handoff, and a true draw play would look pretty good right here.
And I'll be the first to admit, I am not an offensive guru, but can you ever go wrong with putting the ball in Trey Malk's hands?
I don't think that you can. So here we go, 13 seconds, 2nd and 10. Kubala waits for the snap. Play clock at 1. They didn't snap it right away. I guess they got it off. And he looks to the outside. That ball bounced around. He's got to let it go. That ball bounced around. Malk couldn't get it in stride, so doing the right thing, just knock it down. And I question whether or not they got that ball off in time. The play clock was at 0 on the snap. And now 3rd down, 3rd and 10. You still have 2 plays here. You got 9 seconds to go.
Of course, back in the day when I coached, I had a kid named Ryan Smith who could make you look like a genius. So,
what are we going to do? We're going to give the ball to Ryan and just let him go. Turn him loose.
Toss right all night.
Kubala waiting for the snap, drops back, looks down the middle, lets it go. He's got Steffens, a little separation, and he's in for the score.
Wow. What a tremendous play.
To Braden Steffens.
The D-back was in good coverage, and he turned his head, and his feet stopped, and he couldn't make the ground back up. Tremendous throw by Bjorn Kubala. Great pass blocking up front. Could not draw it up any better. We got a ball game here, baby.
So the 30-yard touchdown with just 4 seconds to go. Kubala to Steffens, and the Huskies take the lead, and now trying to tack on the extra point. And that is up,
good.
And it is good. The Wahpeton Huskies lead the number 1 team in the state in 2A, 14-12, with just 4 seconds to go. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll have the finish of the first half.
Back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Welcome back to Frankfurt Field. And Friday Night Lights is in full effect as the Huskies lead the number 1 Red River Rough Riders 14-12 with just 4 seconds to go. I think we're going to get a little bit of a squib kick here.
Definitely don't want a little onside here like we had last time.
Yep, you want to have some time run off here on the kick. And they kick it in the air. It'll be right in the middle.
Hey, that's
and
good.
They'll take it, and instead of going down right there, they try and run it out, and that'll be the end of the first half. So after one half of play, it's the Wahpeton Huskies 14 and the number 1 Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders 12 at halftime. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap the first half right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4 crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Here at the Amanda Frederick State Farm Agency, we do our best to make insurance a little less insurance-y for you. Hi, this is Amanda, your local State Farm agent. You've probably seen our team out and about volunteering in the community, participating in local events, and just doing our all-around best to support and encourage a healthy, vibrant community. Stop into our office sometime and find out why we've been consistently voted best insurance agency in the Valley and why State Farm has been a trusted household name in insurance for 100 years. We hope to meet you soon.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Any bank can tell you they have a rock-solid commitment to agriculture. Bell can prove it. To this day, every Bell Bank branch is partially built with rocks we've picked from our founder's farm. But our roots in ag have grown more than a few offices. They've shaped who we are and formed our entire approach to banking. Let us prove it to you as you grow your farm and prepare your legacy for the next generation. Bell Bank, committed to ag. In Wahpeton, talk to Rick Steckler.
Is your athlete suffering from an ankle sprain or a hit to the head? Did you know that a chiropractic adjustment can decrease ankle swelling by half and get your athlete back to their sport quicker? Or dizziness, brain fog can come from a neck subluxation. With 20 years of chiropractic experience, Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic knows personally how chiropractic adjustments can get you back to playing your sport in no time. Request an appointment online at hornsteinfamilychiropractic.com or call 701-672-1300.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey, girls. Oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Frank Burton Field, Friday Night Lights, Huskies and Rough Riders putting on a show here. We're at halftime, and the Wahpeton Huskies lead the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders 14-12 on an exciting first half of football, Coach.
It's been a great first half of football. Both teams showing what big playability they have, but the Huskies are, playing well.
Yeah, I think we talked about it. I think when you look at it on paper, a lot of people expected, maybe a one-sided football game, but the Huskies have shown that they, at least for a half of football, that they can get it done. Now they're going to have to see if they can get it done in the second half. We'll go through the scoring here. The Huskies got on the board first on a 1-yard run from Trayton Malk. And there was a big play, a big pass from Kubala to Malk to get it down to the half-yard line. And Malk took it in the rest of the way, and that made the score 7-0. And that was just at the end of the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, the Rough Riders get on the board as they do a little trick play. They bring the tight end over and put him under center, and Ray Dushik took it in from 1 yard out. The kick was no good. And that made the score 7-6 with 7:32 to go in the second. And then with 41 seconds to go in the second quarter, Thomas Kraft took it in from 2 yards out. And that kick, the two-point attempt was no good, and that made the score 7-12. And then you thought that the half was over after the Riders scored with 41 seconds. But with 4 seconds on the clock, the Huskies come back, drive down the field. And with 4 seconds to go, Bjorn Kubala finds Braden Steffens in the end zone with a little separations on a 32-yard pass play. And the Huskies find themselves in the lead here, 14-12 after the kick at halftime. I mean, it's
this is, and we talked about this before the game. This is the one thing about this team. They believe they can win every game, and they compete to the end. And no matter what happens in the second half, these kids are not going to lay down. They had a couple tough breaks last week. They didn't lay down. They battled to the final play of the game. And right now, you got a group of kids in there that believe they can win this football game, and they've given themselves every opportunity to do so.
You know, I think that's what it's about. We had a conversation on the coach's show with Coach Gilbertson about how his team plays and the way that they play. And I made the comment to him. I said, I don't know if I was a coach, I don't know if I wanted to be, I wouldn't want to play your team. You know, just the way that they play, the things that they can do, they have some big playability. And for an opponent to come in here, I think it's a difficult place to play. And so far here in the first half, the Huskies are showing that it is a difficult place to play.
And like I said, they play with desire, they play with heart, and they're leaving it all on the field right now. And, you know, the one thing that we talked about at halftime here is early on is, you know, will depth become an issue here? And that's something that you got to play with the guys you have and where you got here. But, you know, we've seen it come in a couple times this year where depth at the end of the game has kind of gotten us a little bit by the opponents. But we're playing well. You can't take any of that away.
The Huskies have done a good job on defense. I think that's where there was some concern, you know, considering the number of points that the Huskies have given up on the season. They have given up, 181 points on the season, 55 of those in conference play. And, you know, the Rough Riders had only given up 37 points on the season and only 3 in conference play. So where we had concerns so far in the first half, the Huskies have done a good job. They've contained somewhat the big play of the Rough Riders. They've been able to turn them over on downs, and they've been able to move the ball with Trayton Malk at times, but they've been able to move the ball through the air almost at ease.
And I think they've been doing a little focusing on DeVries. I think that with what we saw there at the end of the half, hitting Steffens a couple times, that might open DeVries up a little bit, understanding you can't just sit and cover one guy. And Wahpeton has some weapons, and we're going to have some chance to put more points on the board.
Yeah, I think after watching film against West Fargo Horse, the Riders were concerned about DeVries putting up 197 yards, breaking the school record for receiving yards. You also have to worry about Trayton Malk. But like you said, there are some other weapons that the Huskies have. And Braden Steffens is one who's proven so far in this first half that he's a weapon for the Huskies, and they've been able to be productive on the outside, able to get that separation for the touchdown. Got 5-yard separation there, and Kubala just threw a strike in there. And it was the penalty that got him down there. There was a pass interference penalty on the play to Steffens on the play earlier, and then the Huskies are able to take it in for the score. So we'll take a break here with 6:19 left in the halftime. This is our OSPTI halftime report. For all your physical therapy needs, contact the professionals at OSPTI with locations in Hankinson, Fergus Falls, and Breckenridge. We'll come back. We'll talk about some other things here at halftime, and we'll look at some scores around the league when we come back here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Year, there's never a bad time to get your ride sparkling at All Seasons Car Wash. Your ride deserves to shine all year round. We'll see you at All Seasons Car Wash.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wahpetondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
With Motors in Wahpeton, we make sure that when you need a vehicle, we'll find the perfect one that matches your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive buying experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers always come first. Find your new Chevrolet or GMC today at Smith Motors. Small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Hey there.
Welcome back to Three Border Sports Network. Welcome back to our halftime show brought to you by OSPTI. OSPTI for all your physical therapy needs. Contact the professionals at OSPTI with locations in Hankinson, Fergus Falls, and Breckenridge. And, Coach, we have had a doozy here so far. 14-12, Huskies lead the Rough Riders. And the Rough Riders team, a team that has 29 seniors and 18 juniors on that team. And what is that in comparison to numbers between those two classes, juniors and seniors? Where does that compare to the Huskies football team?
Well, I can tell you, juniors and seniors, I don't know. I know Wahpeton has 34, 10 through 12. And because of their JV team that they have, and I believe Red River also has a C team, or a freshman team. They've got 48 juniors and seniors and 5 sophomores on this roster. And, this is going to be my soapbox moment here. If anybody from the High School Activities Association is listening, this needs to be fixed. Don't care what's going on. When you got teams coming in that in their program 9 through 12 have over 100 kids in it, and you got another school playing a school that has less than 50, 9 through 12, something's wrong. And I remember when we first started the 3-class system, and I went before the High School Activities Board, and I mentioned how we make 4 divisions work in football. I was told point blank that football is a numbers game, and that's why we don't play Grand Forks, Fargo, and the bigger schools. But that's
kind of been thrown out the window now.
That has been thrown out the window. So apparently at some point football is no longer a numbers game. It is a situation where, if you're an A school, you play A. If you're a B school, you play B, and that's all there is to it. And I think that we have a fine system put in place for volleyball and basketball that can work very well for football. I know there will be schools out there that disagree with me with that. I also think that we got these teams that are opting down divisions. And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with opting down. But if you opt down a division to build your program, that's what it should be for, and you should not be eligible for postseason play. I think you could do that with basketball. You could do that with volleyball. You could do that with football. If there's a team that doesn't feel they can compete in the division they're in, you let them drop, but put it on the schools. The school needs to make the decision, are we going to drop to build our program and not make the postseason, or are we going to stay where we're at and have an opportunity to make playoffs?
Yeah, I think you're right as far as the three classes go with basketball and finally volleyball. That's going to start next year. I think we've seen in basketball, at least from my experience, that the games are very competitive. There are going to be some schools that are going to be, towards the bottom as far as enrollment goes that feel that they don't fit. And I think that, it's a progression. Like you're gonna have down years and you may have some good years. You're certainly going to have some teams that may dominate for a little bit. But I feel like it's the competition level is better. And a lot of people that I've talked to, and this includes some of the schools who played in the B and now are in the A. The parents are saying, well, our games they're more entertaining because, I don't want to pick on Thompson, but a school like Thompson, they're playing schools in the old B days, and by the time the first quarter's done, they're up by 30, and then now everybody's sitting on their hands, and then you get into running time and things like that, and then you have players that don't get to play, or they play when it doesn't really mean anything, and now all the games are, for the most part here, this first season that we had it, been pretty competitive, and anybody can beat anybody, and I'd like to see it across the board in all sports.
Well, and like I said, supposedly they have preliminary stuff out for next year, and it's supposed to be fixed. We'll see. But I can tell you right now, the Grand Forks schools, Fargo schools, they do not belong with some of these schools like Wahpeton and Devil's Lake and Valley City and all of that. And it just, something needs to be done.
It's just numbers, though. We're just talking about numbers. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's not, well, we don't want to play them because of what. It comes down to numbers.
And football is a numbers game. I don't care what anybody says.
It's definitely a numbers game. So.
But when you've got over 100 kids in your program, 9 through 12, and you're playing schools that have less than 50, there's a problem.
So we'll give you another day maybe for your soapbox. I think you did a pretty good job. And we're going to start the second half here, and the Huskies are going to kick off to the Rough Riders. And before we start the second half, I do want to put up our Studio 22 Design shout-out line, where you can shoot me a text and I can give you a shout-out. Let me know who you're cheering for and where you're watching from. And that number is 701-428-2415, and we'll get a shout-out to you on the Studio 22 Designs shout-out line. Studio 22 Designs, women's boutique clothing, gifts, and custom shirts, open till late on Wednesdays right here in Wahpeton.
Just a little squib kick, didn't get past the front line, was fielded nicely by Connor Bishop-Diaz with securing the ball. So the Riders will take over at their own 44.
So we'll start the second half here. The Huskies able to go down the field and score right before the end of the first half. And now the Rough Riders back on the field. We'll see what adjustments they make. The offense has been pretty good. And here they go Bunster at the top of the screen. Parks in the backfield, Kraft at his side, and they'll give it to Kraft. And he was very good in the second quarter. And the Huskies doing a good job on defense there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trayton Malk in there on the tackle.
Trayton Malk, Landon Ralph. Can't see the number who was at nose, but that might be Anderson in there. So really quick, he still managed to get 4 yards out of that, or a long 3.
So second down. Parks looks to his right, pump fakes, now looks down the field. Got a man, he's got separation, and that one is on the money. And that is going to be a big play touchdown for the Rough Riders.
Well, I think the Huskies got caught with their eyes in the backfield. They swung Parks out of the backfield, and he was kind of looking that way initially, and I think we got caught a little bit flat-footed.
And I think that was number 19, Caden Mackay. Sorry, that was Gavin Rogers on the catch. So Parks to Rogers on the touchdown. At a 55-yard touchdown catch. And now they're going to go for 2. Parks in the shotgun, bunched with 4 at the bottom of your screen, and now we've got a delay a game, I think. It's a time clock expired, and it is a delay a game on the Rough Riders. Time clock, play clock all the way down to 0.
I think if you're the Riders, you still got to go for 2 here.
So they'll get backed up, and we'll see what the decision is here with 11-12 to go in the third. The Riders come up with the big play for the touchdown to take the lead here. It's 14-18, and they're going to go for 2. So Parks in the backfield, trips at the bottom, Kraft to his left. Drops back, looks to his right, now starts to run. And he's going to make a decision, and he kind of rifles it in there, and that ball is caught by number 3, Carter Flom. And so the extra point, the 2-point conversion is good. So now that takes the score to 14-20 in favor of the Rough Riders. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more from Frank Burton Field.
30 seconds to tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
that means all the money that we make
cha-ching
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Welcome back to Frank Burton Field, Three Border Sports Network. And after that big play, the Rough Riders are on top, and they'll kick back to the Huskies. And that ball is going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty. So no return. Again, trying to keep that ball away from both DeVries and Mauk. So Tanner Bickford is watching, as usual, giving his shout-out, cheering the Huskies on en route to Green Bay. Shout-out to the McCalls. And that's Tanner Bickford from Portland, North Dakota, on the road on the Studio 22 Design shout-out line. We appreciate that, Tanner.
Drive safe, T-Buck.
And officials are working out where the ball is going to go.
Tanner was Hunter's college roommate.
He is a frequent watcher of the Huskies on Three Border Sports Network.
He watches all the time.
So here we go, Huskies, 1st and 10, their first possession of the second half. They'll stay in the shotgun, trips at the top, fake to Mauk, and they'll go outside and trying to go down here to the bottom to Aiden Bonches.
Intended receiver, Aiden Bonches.
And that ball just way outside. Bonches not able to come up with that timing, just a bit off there.
And I think he was expecting him to be a little flatter on the route, a little shorter.
So they'll stay in the shotgun, 2-2 now this time. Mauk on the left side. Waits for the snap, 14 on the play clock. And they'll give it to Mauk this time. Had a little bit of a hole there and then closed down right away. Going to pick up, about 3 or 4. Riders doing a good job of containing Mauk on that play.
But he did a nice job of getting the 4. Looked like might be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big down here for the Huskies.
So here we go, 3rd and 6. He'll stay in the shotgun. Malk on the left. And they'll fake to Malk this time. He's got DeVries there. And DeVries almost had a chance to make a man miss. Couldn't get turned upfield. And a nice tackle in the open field there. And that'll be just short of the first down marker. It's going to be 3 yards, 4 yards maybe.
Looked a little closer than that when
it
he first
really
went
did.
down.
It looked a little bit closer.
I think Gilby's going to go for it here.
They had a similar situation on their first possession and about the same down and distance and almost in the same point on the field, and they went for it and picked it up. So 3 receivers at the bottom. Malk on the right side of Kubala this time. Waits for the snap. Drops back, and he overthrew him. Overthrew him. Just a little go route on the outside. I think that's
DeVries.
DeVries up there.
Well, it looked like he got held up a little bit at the line of scrimmage coming off. It was Steffens.
Steffens up there.
Looked like he got held up just a little bit.
They had the big play touchdown to Steffens to end the half. Also had the penalty just before that. That got him down there a little bit closer to scoring position. So the Riders turn the Huskies over on downs, and they'll get their second possession of the second half. Parks in the backfield, Kraft to his right. They'll stay in the shotgun. Both teams shotgun all night long. And a little pitch out here to Kraft to the right side. He dances and goes back inside, and the Huskies are going to bring him down for a short game.
That's a very nice job by Trey Mount getting out there, sustaining the edge, and forcing him back to the inside where the linebackers could come and clean it up.
So we got a shout-out on the Rough Riders side here. Shout-out to my baby boy, number 19, Caden Mackey. Go Riders. I don't know who it's from, but we'll give that shout-out. And more Rough Rider fans watching. Watch my boy Dominic, number 77, with Grand Forks Red River. Let's go Riders. So giving it to Kraft again. He'll go up the middle, keeping the legs churning, making people miss, and picking up the extra yardage after the contact. And now the Riders getting back to basics. Just give it to Kraft and let him run.
Just a tremendous push up front by that big offensive line. Kind of got the D linemen on their heels a little bit.
And now we're starting to see the offensive machine of the Rough Riders at work here. And the Huskies going to need to dig down deep and see if they can get a stop here. 8:52 to go in the third. Parks waiting for the snap. Kraft to his left. He'll drop back to pass. He'll look to his left, pump again. And that one almost picked off. And that's Braden Steffens back there. And you also had Trey King coming over. And I thought Trey King was going to get there in time.
I thought Trey was going to get there for the pick.
He read that one. Read that one perfect. He's looking for Mackey out there.
Again, Trey taking over back there for Jack Gilbertson. Has done a pretty nice job out there today.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. They'll stay in the gun. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom with Kraft on the left. And a little read option. They keep it in Kraft's belly, and he'll just pick up a few. Again, good coverage there by the Huskies. Doctor there and Brusher.
Just a little delay off the right side that time. Was able to pick up about 4, it looks like.
Plays coming in from the sideline. Got another shot out from Brad and Jackie Malk watching our nephew Trayton and the Huskies team from Thief River Falls. Thanks, Brad and Jackie. We appreciate that.
This is one of those third downs. See if the Huskies can get off the field here.
3rd and 7. 8 minutes to go. Waiting for the snap is Parks. He'll roll to his left. And now he's got pressure. He's got a lot of pressure. He finally throws it away outside the tackle box, so that'll be okay, but a lot of pressure there.
That should be a flag because there was no receiver over there.
There was no receiver over there.
That should be intentional grounding. I think they need to get together and have a discussion on that unless there was something I missed. I did not see a receiver over there.
A lot of green grass over there, a lot of pressure. Trayton Malk on the pressure. That'll make Brad and Jackie happy, that's for sure.
big down here for the Huskies. This is the stuff Gilby talked about at the beginning of the game. Can we get off the field when we need to?
So 4th and 7, 7:50 to go in the third. Huskies need a stop here. Riders lead 20-14. Parks waiting for the shotgun snap. Kraft on his left. He'll drop back, look to pass, and then a little throwback across the side here, and he's got an open man.
Just got the first down.
And that is number 2, Cameron Clefstead. Looked everybody off and then came back to his right, and Clefstead was wide open, put it right on the money, and the Riders pick up the first down.
Huskies brought a little pressure that time, just didn't get to Parks that time.
So 1st and 10, 7:44 to go. Parks waits for it. They'll give it to Kraft this time. Oh, had a man, had a chance to bring him down, and they don't, and Kraft gets to the outside. And that's a 16-yard touchdown run for Thomas Kraft.
It looked like Evan Doctor on the blitz going through, and just a little behind on the play.
So a 16-yard touchdown run for Kraft. And the Riders now are stretching it out 26-14. And they'll go for 2 again here. And the Huskies had a chance there with 4th and 7. And then they pick it up on the pass play, and then they give it to Kraft, and he takes it in for the touchdown. So they'll try for 2, 3 on the play. And 1-on-1 here on the outside. And that one goes to Clefstead again, and Clefstead will pick up the 2-point conversion. So now it's 28-14 in favor of Red River. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Huskies and the Riders on Three Borders Sports Network.
Advantage is proud to support our local Twin Town teams. They'd like to remind farmers that the Yield Advantage team is ready to help you get the W next planting season. They can help get your equipment in game shape with upgrades large and small. Yield Advantage is your local precision planting premier dealer. From row cleaners to closing wheels, seed meters to liquid fertilizer systems, and everything in between. If you want to give yourself a competitive edge next season, contact Yield Advantage today.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Brian Watson, Mike McCall bringing you tonight's action. And it's been a dandy so far, and the Riders are trying to put things together after a good first half between the Riders and the Huskies. And another kick out of bounds. Again, not going to give any chance for a return. So this ball will be brought to the 35-yard line. And I think it's an even exchange. If you're the Riders, you'll trade that, giving the ball at the 35-yard line instead of kicking it to Malcolm DeVries and letting them bring it out across midfield. The Geffreys are watching. They're always watching. Go Huskies from the garage. Heck of a game tonight. And the Kleins are also cheering on the Huskies from home. Also a nice Spirit cheer team at halftime. We appreciate that. And that one thrown outside, a big hit there.
Bonches with the grab.
So Bonches with the grab. And a big hit there by number 36, Edward Rogers.
Did a nice job just holding on to that.
Nice tackle. Good catch by Bonches. He tried to go to Bonches earlier in the last possession, and they're able to hit him there. So they'll stay in the shotgun with 2 at the top. Bonches still at the bottom down here. Malk on the left side of Kubala. They'll give it to Malk on the delayed handoff again, and he'll scamper through, and he's going to pick up the first down. And once he got into second gear, he's able to stretch that play out after the initial contact. It'll be 1st and 10 now from the 41.
And on that one, the Husky offensive line was able to get a little bit of push up front and give them a seam to cut back through, and this is what the Huskies need. They just need to put together a little drive, eat a little time off the clock, and see if we can get some points on the board.
Don't need to be in a hurry.
Nope.
They'll go 3 at the top. Bonches will stay at the bottom. And he'll give it to Malk again. And just not able to get between defenders. And Klefstad there on the tackle.
Doing a nice job coming down the line and making plays.
So stay in the gun. Malk on the left. 2 receivers at the bottom here. And a little play action. And Bjorn in trouble. Got to get rid of it. And I'm not sure if he's going to get away with this one. And he did. Did have a receiver down the field there. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
See, that's one just like the other one. Maybe the rule has changed since.
He wasn't outside the tackle box there on that one.
And I don't know that there is a tackle box in high school, unless that's changed. And it could have. I could be behind the game.
So here we go, 3rd and 9. Malk on the right side. Kubala waits for the snap, a straight drop back. Looks, flushed a little bit. Now he's in trouble and goes down, trying to get back to his left side and ends up going down. That's a big loss.
Well, it looked like it was pretty good coverage down the field. I think he was looking for Trey swinging out of the backfield and did a nice job of the safety did a nice job sitting in the middle of the field and didn't get away from it. So
that was Bryce Moose in there on the tackle for loss, on the sack, number 55 for the Riders. And now we're going to have our first punt of the game.
It is the first punt, isn't it?
And this is Kubala the punt. And a good kick. Kraft back on the return, and they'll just let it go, and that ball will take a Huskies bounce.
Don't even touch it. Just stand around it, let the clock run.
And it'll roll down to about the 13-yard line. So a good kick there by Kubala. So the Huskies had an opportunity there, just not able to get it going. The big sack there by the Riders, forcing the punt. That was the first punt of the game. That tells you what kind of game we've had today.
Yeah.
So now the Huskies will be back on defense. The defense has been busy here in the second half. And the Riders will stay in the gun here. I expect to see this ball on the ground. And they'll give it to Kraft again, and there he goes up the middle, and he's got some room, and now everybody's chasing him, and then finally brought down as he crosses the 30-yard line. Thomas Kraft going to work here in the second half. And you know how we talked about at halftime, Coach, can the Huskies hang on? Will they have the legs in the second half? And right now the defense is looking a little run down.
Well, and they're just they're winning the line of scrimmage right now.
And once Kraft gets past that initial line of scrimmage, he's got the wheels. I mean, just very similar to Trayton Malk. And both of these teams look familiar on the offensive side. They stay in the gun. They've got a good running back. Here's Kraft again.
Has a nice fill by Trey. I believe Trey Malk is the one that stepped up and filled it.
So Trayton Malk on the tackle. So we've had a couple of shout-outs on our Studio 22 Design shout-out line. If you want to shout out, you can shoot me a text at 701-428-2415, our Studio Designs shout-out line. Studio Designs located right here in Wahpeton, opening late on Wednesdays. So 2nd and 7. Parks waits for the snap. And he'll drop back looking to his right. Now he'll roll right. He's got a receiver open. He'll decide to run, and then he'll slide down after picking up a couple yards. And in another position here where the Huskies need a stop here on 3rd down. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 or 7.
Call it 3rd and a short 6, maybe.
3rd and 5 they change it to.
This is a big play here for the Huskies, and if they can force them to punt.
In need of a stop here. Huskies down 28-14. 3:19 to go in the third. Parks, this is a designed quarterback run, and he'll get near the line, near the first down marker. I don't think that he got there.
I don't think he got there. He's going to be about a yard and a half short. I think he's got to get to the 43. He's just short of the 41, so call it a short 2. Well, I know what I'm doing if I'm going for it here.
What do you got? What do you got dialed up here?
I think you turn and hand it to Kraft.
Yeah, I think you do too. Both of these teams refuse to go under center, so you're not going to see him get under and just do a quarterback sneak, but he might run if he gets it here. They'll give it to Kraft. He'll go off the right side, up the middle, and he breaks through after initial contact. Now it's a foot race. It is a foot race, and Kraft is going to go in again for the big play. And that is a 61-yard touchdown run by Thomas Kraft, and he is doing damage here in the second half. And now the Riders flexing their muscle as the number 1 team in the state.
It's just the Rough Riders up front. Those big, heavy bodies leaning on us, starting to wear us down a little bit.
So 61 yards by Kraft. And they'll go for 2 again here.
I think they're going to kick it.
Oh, now they're going to kick. And that kick is no good. So that brings our score to the Huskies 14 and Red River 34 with 2:19 to go in the third. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more Huskies football.
Team ready to serve you. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, providing home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance. As residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, a proud supporter of high school athletics.
And we hope to see you at American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network, Friday Night Lights, Riders and the Huskies. And this time the Riders keep it in the middle of the field, and we're going to get a return. I think this is Jackson DeVries. And he gets out to about the 25-yard line before he is tackled by a group of Rough Riders. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Got a couple more shout-outs here on our Studio 22 Design shout-out line. Cody King and Riley King from Russell, Minnesota, watching their nephew Trey King. Trey King in the starting lineup tonight, replacing Jack Gilbertson, who got injured against Horace. Kelsey and Nick Teely watching the game from home. We're old. It's bedtime soon. I hear you. I'm going to be going home and going to bed, that's for sure, after this one. So we go 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Huskies will stay in the shotgun. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Malk on the right side. He'll drop back to pass. Steffens out here at the bottom of the screen. Steffens trying to work his way past. So Steffens picks up about 8 on that reception, and I think you might get a dose of Bjorn Kubla's arm here.
Just a little curl route, and don't need it all at once. Just got to move down the field. Let's use some clock. Let's move the chains. Play with a little urgency, but still play within yourselves.
So 2nd and 4. Stay in the gun. Malk to the right side of Kubla. He'll go to the air again. Look to his right. He's got DeVries out there near the marker. He's going to get close, but I don't know if he got past the line of scrimmage, actually. A good one-on-one tackle out there.
Maybe got a yard. Bring up 3rd and a long 1. Short 2.
Severud on that tackle out there. That was a good open field tackle.
That was a really good open field tackle.
So bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, they've hit him on a couple little short ones. It makes you wonder when he's going to turn it upfield and go vertical on that.
So shotgun again. Malk moved to the left side this time. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and they'll give it to Malk, and he'll squirt through the middle, and guess what? He might be gone, and I think he is. That's going to be Trayton Malk all the way for the touchdowns, and the Huskies showing their big play ability. Trayton Malk down the sideline, Coach.
Tell you what, he started up inside. He saw the bounce. He took it, and as soon as he hit the 50-yard line, it was over.
So Trayton Malk coming back with his 66-yard touchdown run after Kraft went 61. Again, these teams similar. You got Kraft, and then you got Malk breaking a big play on the Husky side.
Again, it all goes back to what we talked about. These guys aren't going to go away. They aren't going to quit.
So the Huskies will go for 2 now. That movement here.
All over the place.
Yeah. And that's going to go against the Huskies. They'll get moved back here.
If you're going to throw the ball, though, it gives you a little bit more room.
Now I do expect them to throw the ball. They'll get moved back. They'll get rearranged here, get lined up. 43 seconds to go here in the third after the 66-yard touchdown by Malk. Stay in the shotgun. Kubla takes the snap, looks to his right, looks back to his left, across the middle, and that ball's thrown short of the short of the goal line. Got Trayton Malk there.
Okay, must not have been. Looked like there was a little movement up front. I didn't know he must not have crossed the line of scrimmage, but.
So with 43 seconds to go in the third, it's the Huskies 20 now and the Riders 34. And we'll give a couple more of our shout-outs here. We'll keep it here. And Matt, Wendy, Andy, and Beth chilling in the theater watching the game. Not sure what theater they're in, but they're chilling in the theater watching the game. We got a couple of Dodgers watching from a softball tourney in Kansas City. We appreciate the Dodgers checking in. And another Rough Riders fan. Go Rough Riders watching from New Mexico. Let's go, number 77. And that would be Dominic Leach.
Just a couple quick. Breck game is over. They won 40-0. Grand Forks Central completes the comeback, beats South 40-39 in 2 overtimes.
How about that? Getting the comeback win in overtime, double overtime.
Watford City made a run, but came up short 27-18 to Valley City. And we'll get the rest later.
All right, so there's the kickoff. The Riders will bring it back here up the right side. And right about the 40-yard line is met by a host of Huskies. And that was Branville on the return.
Looked like Steffens might have been one of the first ones there.
So it was Steffens on the tackle. And now after the score here, with 35 seconds to go here in the third, the Huskies have got to try and contain this offense, try and contain Thomas Kraft, and see if they can turn the Riders over on downs and get back to business on their own end of the offensive side.
Well, and it's just one play at a time. You just got to take one play at a time and try to contain and hopefully get a stop here.
And if you're the Rough Riders, I think you need to try and run off as much clock as you can because you know the Huskies are capable of big plays. So Parks waits for the snap. He'll give it to Kraft. Kraft making his way up the middle. Sorry, that's was not Kraft.
Is that 33 again?
Yep. That's Brandvold up the middle there. Sorry. So Noah Brandvold in the game now.
Again, that big offensive line is just kind of wearing on us. Good push up front.
And they're just going to take their time. I think they're going to let this quarter run out as there's 23 on the play and 10 on the game clock. And going to let this run down. I think that was our last play of the third quarter. And the clock expires. And so after 3 quarters of play, it's the Huskies 20 and the Rough Riders 34. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941.
20 years of experience, Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pediatrics and pregnancy, seeing children of all ages daily. Start your pregnancy out right with a correcting postural adjustment to help with daily activities and also give you a better night's sleep. Continued chiropractic care throughout your pregnancy can potentially help for an easier labor and delivery of your new little one. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic today at 701-672-1300 for an appointment, or request an appointment online at hornsteinfamilychiropractic.com. Dr. Andrea Hornstein, helping your family grow up healthy.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. We're ready for the 4th quarter of play. Wahpeton Huskies, Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. Rough Riders #1 team in the state, and the Huskies putting up a real good battle in the first half, and the Riders have flexed their muscle here in the second, stretching out to a 14-point lead. And they'll start the 4th quarter with the ball, 2nd and 3 at midfield. And here he goes up top, and he's got a man wide open.
And he dropped it.
And he dropped it. You can't be more open than that.
And that one would happen, and I think they're going to talk to him. Trey was initially in perfect position, but then he went to the wide side, and I don't know if it was cover 2 or what it was, but he drifted too far to the wide side and left the guy open in the middle. So,
and that was number 19, Caden Mackey.
And he's just got to split those two and stay deeper than both of them and then break when the ball's in the air.
And the Huskies dodge a bullet there on the deep pass to Mackey. So 3rd and 3 now from midfield. And a fake to the running back, and then they'll pitch to the outside. And the Huskies had a chance to get that play finished early. Maybe even could have dropped him for a loss.
Omar had the first shot at him behind the line of scrimmage, and he bounced off, I think.
And guess who? Thomas Kraft on that catch and run. And they pick up the first down, and a missed opportunity by both teams there. Riders had a chance maybe to score a touchdown, and Huskies had a chance to drop the Riders for a loss there on that play. There's just been a couple of plays where the Huskies have been right there and just haven't been able to execute and make the play.
And Red River has executed it. So.
Correct. 11:30 to go here in the 4th. And a pitch to Kraft. He'll go off the right side, wide to the right side. Here's another chance to drop him for a loss. And this time they do get him. I think Braden Steffens out there. Jackson DeVries out there as well.
Jackson DeVries out there. Well, you're going to say it's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2.
And the Huskies really need to try and keep him out of the end zone here and get the ball back and see what you can do. And then it would really be interesting.
The defense did a great job of stringing that out and making him go east and west so he couldn't cut up field.
So 2nd and 11. Parks waits for the snap. They'll pass again. Parks will step up in the pocket. Now they'll throw it to the outside. And a good tackle there.
That was Steffens on the tackle.
Steffens on the tackle, and that's Noah Brandvold again.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 9, maybe 8.
So 2 more plays here to try and get this thing turned over on downs. You surprised to see Grand Forks put the ball in the air here?
Absolutely. Of course, you're talking to a guy who didn't throw the ball unless he absolutely had to. So, It was toss right all night. And you got a kid like Kraft in the backfield, you just go a heavy dose.
So we'll go trips at the top of the screen. Parks will wait for the snap with Kraft on his left. Kraft will go to the flat, and Parks will drop back and roll to his right. Got a man open around the middle. That's almost picked off. Trey Malk with another one.
He was sitting and waiting for that throw to be made. He was just sitting and waiting for it and just wasn't able to bring it in. This is a huge down for the Husky defense.
Trayton Malk had a chance in the first half to pick one off and had a nice opportunity there and just not able to come away with it. And as I talked about earlier, just an inch or two here or there where the Huskies have been just short on a couple of plays.
Football is a game of inches.
So here we go, 4th and 7, 9:45 to go. Bunch trips at the top with Brandvold, I think that is, in the backfield. Play action, now a little pressure. He's flushed up in the middle, and now he throws to the end zone, and the receiver's there, and it's knocked away at the end. And that is knocked away by, I can't see the number.
Is that Jackson DeVries?
Jackson DeVries knocking that ball down. A great defensive play back there. And the Huskies hold on and turn the Riders over on downs. And now, Coach.
That's stop number one you need. Now you need to just, even if you have to take 4 or 5 minutes, let's get some points on the board here and then go at her again.
The Huskies need to put points on the boards here after the turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Kubla, he'll give it to Malk. He'll dance to the left side, makes a man miss, trying to get to the outside. And he gets past the first down marker, and you think he's going to pick up the first down.
Just it was that little delay play, and nothing was there inside. He bounced it and did a little stutter step out there and was able to get by for the first down.
And they stretched him all the way to the outside and able to turn the corner and make his way up the field.
So first down, just one first down at a time. Move the chains, and let's see if we can get some points.
So they'll move the sticks for the Huskies. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 42. 9:20 to go. Kubla takes the snap. He'll give it to Malk again. A little juke move in the middle, and he'll pick up 5 yards, maybe 6, on the first down play. Between Malk and Kraft, you've got 2 good backs.
Could you imagine having those 2 on the same team?
That would be crazy. So trips at the bottom for the Huskies. Single receiver at the top. Malk on the right side of Kubla. He'll look back to pass and go out to his left side. And really had an opportunity there. And that was Aiden Bonches out there.
Just right off his hands. Maybe a little hot, but still 3rd and very manageable.
So 3rd and 4. Play comes in from the side. They'll keep Bonches at the top of the screen. You got Steffens all the way at the bottom. Trey King in the slot. And then DeVries there with them. He'll look to the inside. That ball knocked down. Almost picked off.
Just a little pop pass, looking for King on a little pop pass, and it was there.
They had him there. Trey King was open.
But great defensive play. I didn't see if that was which one of the linemen that was.
So now here a big 4th down play with 8:41 to go. Huskies trailing 20-34. 4th and 4. Huskies need to pick up this first down. They'll fake to Malk. Kubla will roll to his right. He can run to pick that one up. And he'll throw it.
Got it.
And he got it, I think. And they're going to say no. They're going to say he's out of bounds. That's Jackson DeVries down there making the catch, laying down with his toes on the line. And he did not make the catch. They call him out of bounds.
Well, I don't see any arguments from the side. So,
no, I don't see anyone saying anything about it. And DeVries was there. He was open. And maybe it's the case of
well, I think Bjorn made the right decision. That the D-back or the linebacker was closing fast. I don't know if he'd have got the first down running it. Put the ball where Jackson had a chance at it, and But now D's got to come up again.
Got to come up with the big play. You had the turnover and downs in the previous possession, and the Huskies will need to do it again here, but need to do it quickly with 8:29 to go in the game. And the Riders put the ball in the air again.
No, they handed it off.
Well, they did hand it off to him. That's got to be Kraft.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep, 6, or is that 30?
Nope.
That
is number 25, Reed Krogstad. So that's his first carry of the game.
Vern's messing with us a little bit, moving things around on us.
So it looks like Krogstad will stay in there. There will 2 receivers at the top. Will stay in the gun. Parks will wait for the snap. And play action, and they do throw it this time. They throw it to the outside. And that ball intended for Cameron Clefstead. And that play helped out the Huskies a little bit if you're trying to conserve time. With 7:45 to go here in the fourth.
And that's,
save time, save time out.
Yeah, I don't want to question anything, but I think you'd want to be turning and handing this thing off and running as much time as you can with 2 possession lead. Shorten the clock for the Huskies if they get it back.
So they're letting the play clock run here. The clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. He'll stay in the shotgun. Parks waiting for the snap. They do hand it off this time, and that's back to Kraft. And he's going to be dropped for a loss. And now, on 4th down and long, I think you got to punt the ball here.
I think you do. That was a great job by Omar, Steffens, and Doctor out there. They strung it out, made him get to the sidelines, and he had nowhere to go. So
running up the punt formation is number 45, Jesse Baker. Deep return man for the Huskies is Brendan Steffens.
So this will be the Rough Riders' first punt of the game. Almost.
Malk almost got it.
Malk in there had a hand up, and now that ball is going to be down at about the 6 or 7 yard line.
And I think he could have let that roll
farther. He could have let that roll all the way back to the goal line. He really could have.
The Huskies 7-yard line.
I understand why it's one of those ones that, you really want him to step up and grab it off the bounce, but a lot of bad things can happen when you do that as well.
Right. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. .6:53 to go. Huskies 93 yards away here. They'll give it to Malk. He'll get up the middle, and then he'll be met by a host of Rough Riders and get pushed back.
Just short of the 9-yard line, it looks like.
So a shout out there from Jeff Ralph. We appreciate that. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're up and moving around now. Get him back on the golf course. A little quick out here to Steffens, and almost had a chance to make a man miss. And
this is a big down here.
Now you need to get a first down here. You got to keep this drive going. 6:24 to go. Going to be 3rd and 9 from the 9. Kubala waits for the snap. Trips at the top. Malk will sprint out to the left. Now Kubala's going to run. He's going to run. He's going to have a chance to get the first down, and he's going to be very, very close depending on the mark here. I think that he got it.
I think he did too.
And a good decision there.
Great job by Bjorn.
And I don't know if that was all him, if that was a design play call, but that was a great decision to keep that ball and run and pick up the first down.
Well, I think it was. I don't think it was a designed play call, but he recognized earlier that he had it, and he just took off, and that was a great recognition by him.
So 6:08 to go. Kubala waits for the snap. Looks to his right. He's got Steffens out here again, who jumps and makes the catch right in front of the defender. And that's going to be a good completion right at the 39-yard line. So the Huskies starting to move the ball here a little bit. Kubala with his legs and with his arm. He'll leave Steffens at the bottom of the screen with King and DeVries in the slot at the top. And now King will go in motion.
Oh, that
got away with one there.
And
Steffens is open, jumps up, makes another catch behind the defender.
That was an absolutely outstanding. Bjorn pointed for him to go vertical, and he dumped it over the defender's head. Just a fantastic play by Bjorn and Steffens there.
That Bonches that made that catch?
Was it Bonches? I thought it was. Maybe it was.
Now Steffens is at the bottom of the screen. That might have been Aiden Bonches that made that catch. Here's Mauk to the outside, makes a man miss, trying to stay in bounds and just not able to stay in bounds and get upfield. And we have a flag on the play. And it's going to be a hold, and that's going to be against the Huskies.
Holder blocking the back.
And it's been a pretty clean game penalty-wise. So they'll mark off the penalty. And now it's going to be 1st and 12 from the 41-yard line with 5:30 to go. Huskies started on the 7-yard line. Pass across the middle. And now there's the flag for the defenseless player. And that was Jackson DeVries. Had that ball, just couldn't hang on to it. Pretty sure he heard footsteps and he felt the hit there.
And the hit was just a little bit, I'm guessing he thought a little bit late.
Just as we said, it was a pretty clean game. We get a couple penalties in a row here. So the personal foul against the Riders. 5:21 to go in this one.
And that should give the Huskies a first down because it'll be more than 15 yards.
Yep. And the Riders
more than the 13. So
trying to hold on to a 14-point lead here, and the Huskies trying to put more points on the board and make this thing interesting. I'd like to thank some of our other sponsors, Giant Seeds and Snacks. They also sponsor our coaches show, Essentia Health, Smith Motors in Wahpeton, Optimum Rehab, Interstate Engineering, all helping helping us bring this game to you free of charge. And he handed to Mauk. He goes up the middle, got a little bit of room, makes a man miss right there in the middle. Now carrying defenders, carrying 3 or 4 players.
We're going to be 1st and 10 at the 11 or 12, about the 12.
And he's going to pick up the first down.
The offensive line had a nice little seam there, and Trey was able to hit it and then break some tackles.
And the Huskies try and go quickly here. Stay in the shotgun. Kubala will drop back, flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left. He's going to have to get rid of this ball, throws this back to the middle, and just couldn't get enough on it.
He was kind of falling backwards. He had the receiver breaking in the middle.
He had Trey King there in the middle, and King kind of slipped coming back to the ball.
But you know what? That's not bad, though. You're still sitting at 10 yards, and you just can't take a big loss on that play.
So that'll stop the clock at 5:01. 2nd and 10 at the 12. Huskies need to punch this ball in the end zone. 15 on the play clock. Kubala waiting on the snap. And we're going to get a whistle here, and I think we're going to get a timeout.
Red River, maybe a timeout. They
And a
looked a
timeout
little
by Red River.
discombobulated.
So we'll take a timeout as well as the Riders lead the Husky with 5:01 to go in the fourth, 34-20. We're back on Three Borders Sports Network.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. And that timeout was brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue in downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here with 5:01 to go in the fourth. Huskies trying to punch this thing in the end zone after starting on their own 7-yard line. Kubala will give it to Malk. He'll run to the outside. Now it's going to be a foot race to the corner, and he's going to turn the corner, and he's going to get in. Trayton Malk with a 12-yard touchdown run, and the Huskies have cut the lead.
Just a nice run out there. Was able to knock Carter Flom off so he couldn't make the tackle, and was able to get the corner and into the end zone.
So with 4:54 to go in the fourth, Trayton Malk takes it in from 12 yards out.
Huskies are going to go for 2.
And the Huskies will go for 2. You got Steffens 101 at the bottom of the screen here. They'll put a man in motion. That's King in motion.
Well, I don't think they had the formation right.
Oh, here we go. So they move King to the slot. Now he'll come back in motion. And they'll fake to Malk, and now Kubala is going to be a foot race for the corner. He's going to get there. Well-designed play there. And the Huskies are making things interesting here. The score is now 28-34. The Huskies go 97 yards. 93 yards on the drive, starting on the 7-yard line. And now it's 28-34, Coach. The Huskies making it interesting here late in the fourth quarter.
I tell you what, we said it early on. This is a group that does not quit, and with the coaching staff that they have down there, you've got several coaches on that sideline that have played for Wahpeton football. Gilby's been coaching football since I came here. They know what this tradition is all about. They know everything as far as the guts part of it, and they aren't going to let anybody quit. These kids aren't going to quit, and they're going to fight this thing to the end.
So the Huskies cut the lead to 6 with 4:54 to go. And now let's see what they do here on the kickoff. And they'll kick it to the side, and Kraft will go get it, and he'll just fall on it. So now the Huskies will need to get another turnover on downs here. The defense has come up big the last couple of possessions for the Riders, and they need to come up big here with 4:53 to go in the game. And the Huskies within striking distance, but they'll certainly need a stop here on defense. Huskies go 93 yards on the last possession to march down and cut the lead. Trayton Malk on a 12-yard touchdown run, and then Bjorn Kubala took in the 2-point conversion. So Parks will stay in the gun, and they'll hand it off to the back, and he'll work his way up the middle.
Just a big push up front. Maybe too many guys trying to strip the ball there. Just got to stand them up and get the stops.
Got to make the stop here. That's Noah Brandvold on the carry.
He's been an impressive back when he's running the ball.
He's done well. They got a good little mix and match there with Brandvold and Kraft.
He runs the ball between the tackles hard. He's had a catch out of the backfield, and
he's going to stay in the game. He's going to be at Parks' left side. They'll stay in the gun. 2 receivers at the bottom, tight formation at the top. Huskies showing pressure. And he'll play action and keep it and run to the outside. And this is where the Huskies have got to make some tackles there. Had a chance to drop him for right at the line of scrimmage and allowed him to turn the corner.
But he went out of bounds, so stop the clock.
It
but
does help to stop the clock there.
I'm also questioning, was that hurdling?
I think there were some coaches on the sideline asking for it. So the clock is stopped at 3:59, 14 on the play clock.
And Wahpeton's been called on that many times over the years.
1st and 10 at the Riders' own 37. They'll give it to Kraft this time. And the Huskies able to make a stop after the short gain.
I think that was Anderson on the first contact right at the hole. Still able to get about 4 yards out of that, but Anderson fought off his block and was able to get a hold of him.
Sorry, that was Brandvold again.
He's a powerful kid.
Yeah, he is. Showed a little bit of speed there. I thought he was Kraft. So Brandvold will stay in. He'll be on the right side of Parks this time. 2nd and 6.
Here comes an ISO.
And they'll give it to Brandvold again, and he's met right as he goes past the line of scrimmage. And that is Brushard on the tackle. Isaiah Brushard meeting the runner and making a nice tackle, and it's going to bring up 3rd and
a long 4, maybe 5.
3rd and 5 here for the Riders. The Huskies need another big stop here. Got to make sure they contain the edge. Clock running, 2:41, 2:40, 12:11 on the play clock. Shot clock.
It's not basketball yet, Coach.
Yeah, I know. We're getting there, that's for sure. So Parks in the backfield by himself this time, and he'll throw a little quick out to the flat. And the Huskies need to make a tackle there, and they miss. And this time they don't run out of bounds. And I think that's Kraft out there, and they get it to the guy that's been doing a lot of the damage here. And Thomas Kraft open in the flat and able to pick up a big first down for the Riders. Clock will stop while they move the chains. Now it'll start again here. So just over 2 minutes to go, and the Huskies need a big stop still.
They do. We need
I would say
very short gain here, and if not, something in the backfield.
So Parks again waiting for the snap. He'll hand it off to Brandon. He'll keep it this time, and he'll try and get to the outside. He's brought down.
Lost about a yard. Use a timeout here.
Lost a yard. Huskies will use a timeout. So this will be a Carlson Family Insurance timeout, and that'll allow us to take a break. And when we come back with 1:44 to play, the Riders lead the Huskies 34-28. Back in just a minute.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Welcome back to Frank Burton Field. 1:48 to go in this one. Wahpeton Huskies, Red River Rough Riders. Rough Riders, number 1 team in the state, lead the Huskies 34-28 with 1:48 to go in this one. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss on first down. Parks in the backfield, waiting for the snap. This time Kraft is back there with them to his left. And they'll hand it to Kraft. Gets up ahead of steam and able to drag the defenders and picks up about 8 yards there.
I think it's going to be 3rd and about 6, so he got about 6 there.
So 6-yard gain and another timeout by the Huskies. We'll keep it here this time. This timeout is brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance. Carlson Family Insurance located on 2nd Avenue in downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the company's. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. So at 1:43 to go, Coach, the Huskies have the Riders in 3rd and 5, and needless to say, a big down here.
Huge down. And, this was one of the keys to the game. We've talked about it several times during the game, is just getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down. And we've had a few opportunities where it just didn't work. But this is where you need it. We've showed the capability to score quick. And the nice thing about high school football is you get a first down, the clock stops. So hopefully we can lock in here and get another stop. And I don't see them doing anything but running the ball here, but I've been wrong quite a bit on that tonight. Couple more final scores. Jamestown beat Bismarck St. Mary's 21-6, and Minot North beat Dickinson 34-7.
Wow. I think that might be a bit of an upset there, as Dickinson had received both. Dickinson had received votes.
They
in the
had
last
received
poll.
votes. Yep.
Wow. Why not North getting the upset? Here we go. Big play, 3rd and 5. Going to need 2 downs to stop the Riders here. Huskies still have 1 timeout. Parks waits for the snap. And they look down the field to throw, and that ball to the outside there.
And that's going to do it.
That will just about do it. That pass out to Cameron Klefstead. They pick up the first down. And there's going to be 1 more timeout by the Huskies.
Well, and that one, if they would have handed that one off, it wasn't going anywhere because the Huskies caught up front and made a pile. And
so good play call.
That
and
was
execution.
a good play call execution at that point. And
so
he must have been out of bounds.
I think he did go out of bounds there. So 1:37 to go. That helps the Huskies a little bit, but Parks waiting for the snap. And he'll give it to Kraft. And the Huskies will make the stop after a short gain. And they'll have to take their last timeout here. So this timeout will be brought to you again by Carlson Family Insurance. This will also give me a chance to thank some of our other sponsors as the game winds down here. Gripper Sports, located in downtown Wahpeton. Bell Bank, Minn Kota Ag Products, All Seasons Car Wash, Country Financial, and Casey Formanak. Red River Grain, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Red River Communications Channel, Cable Channel 28. You can watch all of our live broadcasts on Cable Channel 28. We have 2 games going on tonight, so you get the Huskies tonight on Cable Channel 28, and the Cowboys got a victory on our YouTube page. Sanford Health, Red River Valley and Western Railroad, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, Channel Seeds and Matt Bowen, and Corner Drug, our newest sponsor.
You look back early in the 4th quarter. It wasn't. It was about 3 or 4 minutes into the 4th quarter. The Huskies were down 34-14. They have battled and done everything. Red River has made 1 or 2 more plays than the Huskies did, and
really that big play by Kraft, that 61-yarder.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that the Huskies answered with a 66-yarder of their own, but you take out that big play, and the Huskies are right there. So Parks will wait for the snap here with 1:30 to go. Huskies out of timeouts. And they'll give it to Kraft. He'll work his way up the middle, and it'll be carried past the first down marker, and that will do it for sure. As the Huskies won't be able to stop the clock.
Nothing to hang their heads about here tonight. They played a heck of a football game.
I think there's a couple things that you play a game like this. I think you should walk off the field and just say, hey, you know what? We're good enough to compete, and if we just clean up a couple things here and there, we can get the job done.
Well, and they got a couple guys that aren't healthy, and we get those guys back. That'll help a little bit too. And just extremely proud of these kids tonight. And the coaches.
A good football game. Again, we looked at it on paper. I think a lot of people looked at it on paper as they take the victory formation there, looked at this thing on paper and said it's going to be lopsided in favor of the Riders, and rightfully so. A team that comes in here 6-0, putting a lot of points on the board, holding teams to little to nothing. And the Huskies, with their explosive offense, putting 28 on the board. And, you know, we had some questions about the Huskies' defense, and they're able to get the Riders to turn over on downs. And we had a fantastic football game here tonight. So that's going to be our final as the clock winds down. The Rough Riders are going to beat the Wahpeton Huskies by a final score of 34-28. And it was a fantastic football game. And when we come back, we'll talk about it a little bit here on our postgame show. The postgame show is brought to you by First Community Credit Union. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll have our postgame show right after this.
Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4 crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Since
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. Brian Watson, Mike McCall bringing you tonight's two-way football, EDC football. And we had a good one tonight.
We did. It was a fantastic football game, start to finish.
The Huskies and the Riders put on a good show. The Rough Riders come in here ranked number 1, undefeated. They remain undefeated. But it was not an easy one. And the Huskies got on the board first as Trayton Malk had a 1-yard run. There was a big play, Kubel to Malk, that got him down to the 1-yard line, and the Huskies led 7-0. And that was right at the end of the first quarter. And then with 7:32 to go in the second, it was a 1-yard run by Ray Dushik. And that was kind of a little bit of a trick play where Dushik was lined up at a tight end position, and then he went in motion and went under center and took the snap and went in for the score. The kick was no good, or the extra point attempt was no good. And the score was 7-6 still in favor of the Huskies. And then with 41 seconds to go in the second, Thomas Kraft took it in from 2 yards out, and that made the score 12-7, and the 2-point conversion was no good. And then with just 4 seconds to go in the game, the Huskies get back in the end zone as Bjorn Kubala finds Braden Steffens for a 32-yard touchdown. And the Huskies had the lead at halftime, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that resiliency. They continue to battle until the final horn of each half, and we're able to go in with a lead.
And then we wondered, how long could the Huskies hold on? Their good play in the first half, would they be able to sustain it? What kind of legs would they have? And it showed a little bit. but the Huskies were able to dig down and play a decent second half. The Riders got on the board first in the second half with 11-12 to go in the third. It was a 50-yard TD pass, 55-yard TD pass, Parks to Rogers, and that made the score 14-20. And then the Riders kept it going. 7:38 to go in the third, a 16-yard run by Kraft, 2-point conversion, Parks to Flom, and that made it 14-28. And the Riders did not stop there. They kind of showed why they were the number one team in the state. With 2:19 to go in the third, it was Kraft, the big play guy, for 61 yards to take the score to 14-34. The 2-point conversion was no good. But the Huskies were not done. They would not go away, as Coach McCall said. With 43 seconds to go in the third, it was Trayton Malk putting on the big play shoes, and he goes 66 yards, and that took the score to 20-34. The conversion was no good. And then the Huskies got a couple turnovers on downs, put themselves in an opportunity to get back in the end zone. After a punt, they take over on the 7-yard line, and they go 93 yards on the drive. And it was Trayton Malk from 12 yards out as he goes around the corner and able to work his way into the end zone. And then Bjorn Kubalo would take it in with his legs for the 2-point conversion. And that got us to 28-34. And that ended up being our final score. So a great ball game by both teams, Coach.
Absolutely. And I think if you would have asked Coach Gilbertson before the game that, you're going to make the score 34-28 in the fourth quarter and you got a shot, I think he'd take that all day. But you're down 20 points, and you battled back, got it within 6. Just couldn't get that one last stop you needed.
This is our post-game show. The post-game show is brought to you by First Community Credit Union. Make your dreams affordable with competitive rates and flexible terms with our products, FCCU. So, did you have some other scores for the night? Did you give me the finals? Sorry.
No, I'll give. We can go through them again.
I know Breckenridge won.
They were 40-0.
Yep.
They had a running clock the whole second half.
Yep, 40-0. The Cowboys get the win.
Grand Forks Central beat South 40-39 in 2 overtimes. Horace beat Devils Lake 42-0. Valley City beat Watford City 27-18. Jamestown with a 21-6 win over St. Mary's. And Minot North with a 34-7 win over Dickinson.
That loss by Devils Lake helps out the Huskies as it keeps that space between the Huskies and the Firebirds, and the Huskies will own a tiebreaker if they end up in a tie. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Let's see. So now moving forward here after a good showing against the number one team in the state, the Huskies will go on the road next week. They'll play Fargo South, a team that lost a double overtime game against Central. And Red River, they will go home to take on West Fargo Horse next week. So you'll have number 1 versus number 2 next week up in Grand Forks.
Yeah, it's going to be a good football game. I think it's going to be a good matchup, and should be a fun one to watch if you can find it somewhere.
I think it will be a fun one. We'll see what the Huskies can do next week against Fargo South. That's certainly going to be a game that they're going to need to come away with to keep their playoff hopes alive. But I think they proved tonight that they can play with just about anyone in the state, taking the number one team in the state to task. And a good performance. I know you like to come up with the win. I know you don't want to, walk off the field and say, well, it was a good loss for us. You want to win every game, but I think you can take some good things from this game and use those going forward here down the season.
And right now, we got 2 weeks left. Huskies, if they can focus next week, get a win at South, come home and end the year with a win, probably going to go into the playoffs depending on what happens with a 3 seed, maybe an outside shot at a 2, but probably a 3 seed. And you would go west and play the number
2 seed there.
2, yeah, 1 and 4, 3 and 2.
Yep. So they play the 2 seed out there, and again, it's just going to depend on how they can finish the season here. Going to need to go to South, see if they can get a win there, and then you'll have Central at home to close out the season. And hopefully the Huskies can put a couple together here in a row and keep their playoffs hopes alive and give themselves a good seeding, good position, and see if they can go out west and get a win. It's all jumbled up out west. They've already proven that they can beat Valley City, who's on top of the WDA right now. So we'll have to see what happens.
And I think if they had another shot at Minot, that could be a different game there too, because we had a few things that just didn't go right for us out there. And again, these are learning experiences. And if we play Red River again, who knows?
It could be a really good finish to the season here. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for us. For myself, Brian Watson, for my partner here in the booth tonight, Mike McCall. Great job tonight, sir.
Thank you for having me.
And everyone else at Three Borders Sports Network, we want to wish you guys a good night, and hopefully we will see you down the road.